Select co for, let's see, Thursday. We are live for Thursday night's live Facebook record sale. When you're on and watching, be sure to let us know. Let's get this shared everywhere. I'm going to be silent for about the next 60 seconds till I get all this shared. Let's see, group, a lot of records, CC. Alrighty. What rare 60s? You never know about. You never know, John. You never know what we might find. We're here for one thing, and that's to sell records and make y'all happy. And make us happy. It's stacked up on top of the pickups. That's all pre-sold. The sheet's on my laptop. I hadn't counted out the rushes yet, but I think we need, you can count them, I think we need 28. And the black crate on the counter is stuff that was sold in the group post. No balance tonight. If you want to bid on balance, you've got to come back tomorrow night. Trez, you got to, Brother Wartho. Actually, let me reply to a few more comments. Actually, let me find that. You know, I'll actually be kind of relieved when balance is sold, because the only thing is, there's two things. There's people wanting to buy it. There's people who are wanting to watch us sell it. And three, there's people doing nothing but complaining about how expensive it is. Yeah, it sounds like Badlands. It's like there's three people that's commenting about balance. It's people who want to buy it. There's people who just want to watch it buy it. They want to watch us auction it because they don't either want to buy it or they have no interest in bidding on it. And then the third group of people are all complaining about how expensive it is. And I'm like, well, you know, you have to go buy gasoline every day, and we complain about it too. So everything's expensive for a reason. All right. Yeah, I have a couple more comments to reply to on that group post. So here we go. Where's that video? There it is. I need to let a couple other people do. Right here, and he's going to release the other albums. Well, I don't know if he's actually said he's releasing the other albums. He has said they were doing so right here, right now. I hope the other ones are being reissued. But as of right now, we really don't know if they actually are going to be reissued. So I would just, and of course, the original is rare. It's always going to retain value too. I mean, I don't know too many records when a reissue causes the OG to go down. It really don't. I can't give you any example where a reissue caused an expensive original to go down in value. All right, I think I've got everything shared. Yeah, unlawful carnal knowledge. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. RZ Bark at the Moon. That is not available on vinyl. You cannot get a pressing of that reissued. You can get, let's see, you can get, let me get this camera situated. Any Pablo Cruz? Of course. Of course. All right. Let's go through some new vinyl. I think we got a crate of Japanese stuff around here somewhere. We'll auction off some stuff. I got plenty of other stuff all ready to auction. I've got new arrivals from the famous Murfreesboro collection, we call it. So I've got new stuff you hadn't seen. I got some really cool stuff in this crate right here. Oh yeah. Yeah, so if you like punk stuff, you might want to be watching tonight too. I may go ahead and go through some of this. I don't really know yet. Yeah, it's just incredible, some of the stuff we have once again tonight. Let me put up a couple copies of these Talking Heads albums up for auction. And well, that's how we'll get the night started. And I'm going to go over here and grab the other stuff we had set aside to auction. So, all right, first auction is Talking Heads, Little Creatures. This is going to be a $35 start. The vinyl's about EX. It's not a dead mint pristine copy. It's about EX. Has the original inner sleeve. This is an OG copy. VG Plus cover. Has a little bit of sticker residue. Other than that, really nice copy of Talking Heads, Little Creatures, EX on the vinyl. That's a $35 start. All right, let's go through some new vinyl. That's our first auction. We have Back to the Future. Back to the Future is $36.99. This is some stuff you may have not seen last night. Plus, I think I've mixed a couple new things in here. Back to the Future is $36.99. That is a new sealed remaster of that. Power of Love, Huey Lewis, classic film, classic soundtrack. And speaking of classic soundtracks, the Forrest Gump soundtrack. I hope everybody has at least one version of this. We have sold in the Collectco Hall of Fame is the music on vinyl version, which I think they are done making those. I don't think I can even order those anymore. Forrest Gump soundtrack, $36.99. I've told many people before, it's like the history of pop and rock music. It starts with Elvis Presley, Duane Eddy, and rooftop singers. You know, it goes through all the early rock, the folk trend that was going on in the mid-'60s, Joan Baez, and then, of course, all the classic stuff. Beach Boys, Mamas and Papas, Buffalo Springfield, The Doors, Jefferson Airplane, San Francisco, Scott McKenzie, Getting Together, The Byrds, all those great songs that was on the movie Forrest Gump. 2 LPs, $32.99. That is $36.99. What an amazing soundtrack. First sale of the night goes to Tracy Miller, Back to the Future. That's sold to Tracy Miller. We do have a bid on Talking Heads. George Buchanan's at $35 on Talking Heads, Little Creatures. That's a first bid, and that's going once, going twice, going... Wow, first 3 records, all soundtracks. Here's another one, The Crow, $38.99. This is a 2 LP. It does have a Crow etching on it. Music such as The Cure, Stone Temple Pilots, Rage Against the Machine, Violent Femmes, Helmet, Pantera. That is $38.99 for the Crow soundtrack. The Crow soundtrack, $38.99. That's one of our best sellers as well. This is a new release from Tangerine Dream, and that is Zeet. Zeet is $39.99. Tangerine Dream Zeet. New release, 2 LP, $39.99. As in maybe a new release of a reissue. Tracy Miller, also on The Crow. Tracy Miller stocking up on the Crow soundtracks. We have Talking Heads, Little Creatures. Final call on this. George Buchanan has it for $35. Talking Heads, Little Creatures, EX vinyl, VG Plus cover, has the original inner sleeve. That's going twice, going 3 times to George Buchanan. New album by Steve Vai, Gash. This is Steve Vai presents Vai Gash. Recorded in 1991, Vai laid down a pure rock biker record with his fellow writer Gash on vocals. That is $29.99. Paul Brothers wants the other Crow soundtrack. I do not have Collective Soul on vinyl. They are not available right now. Another soundtrack, Dazed and Confused, on purple vinyl. Alice Cooper, Black Sabbath, Kiss, ZZ Top, Lynyrd Skynyrd. This is on 2 LP, purple vinyl, $39.99. While I'm grabbing some new auctions, let me remind you on my stump speech about sharing. We need to get everybody to share this feed. There's a couple ways to do that. Seth, you want to tell them about it? Okay, I'll tell everybody. First way is to... Did you already bring that crate over here, Tanner, that had the JDC mixer? No, here it is. First way, there's a big arrow on your screen that says share if you're watching on Facebook. And if you're watching on Facebook, hit that button that says share. And then share it to your personal page, share it to your groups you're in, share it anywhere you can. If you're watching on YouTube, hit the big thumbs up button. That's about the equivalent of sharing. That gives the analytics a thumbs up that you like the video. And it helps us grow our YouTube audience as well. We've had a couple new buyers recently on YouTube, and I think it's purely because of the analytics of y'all hitting that thumbs up button. All right, we have a restock of the Cramps Look Mom No Head, $33.99. The Cramps Look Mom No Head, $33.99. But yeah, well, who asked about Collective Soul? Yeah, Collective Soul is not in stock right now. It's a title that's awaiting repress, meaning they're not available for in production right now. They probably will be soon, Jerry. If you want to wait on that one, they'll probably come back around. We had one the other night we auctioned for almost $100, I think. It was the craft pressing. They're not cheap, especially for a sealed one. It's a highly desirable album, so they'll come back around. If not, you know, they're kind of pricey right now. So, but they'll probably come back around. Kevin Blackfox says he'll take a Dazed and Confused. Let's go ahead and sell George Buchanan, our first auction tonight. That's Talking Heads, Little Creatures. That's sold to George Buchanan for $35. All right, auctions. I still got plenty of Kiss and other albums of that nature to auction off we've had over here. There's a couple things I'm going to reduce and try to get sold, like this Mudhoney picture disc. We had it up one night for a $65 start. Let's try to get this sold to somebody tonight. Mudhoney. Every Good Boy Deserves Fudge. This is an original 1991 picture disc from Mudhoney. Let's put it up for a $30 start. Mudhoney, limited edition Sub Pop picture disc from 1991. Every Good Boy Deserves Fudge. That is a $30 start for Mudhoney. $30 start. You're going to get some of these sold. I don't allow auctions to lay around not too long after they don't get bids. And we have a VG copy of Stevie Ray Vaughan's Soul to Soul. This is Stevie Ray Vaughan's Soul to Soul album. It's a VG copy, and it's about a VG Plus cover. We're going to get that started for $15. $15. Yeah, he was tagged in the group. Okay. Yeah, he was tagged in the group. All right, Mudhoney has a bid looking for a $15 start on Stevie Ray Vaughan. The Cramps is $33.99. $33.99. Sublime, $44.99 on Sublime. That's a 2LP. Restock of that. The Cramps, Smell a Female, $28.99 for the Cramps. Stevie Ray Vaughan, $15 now, $20. Top Gun, last copy I have left. I made a post in the group. I pulled out about 30 titles for a group flip video, and I think we sold every one of them and then some. So make sure you're in our group. If you missed some of the sales, there's some. We've had so much new vinyl lately. I'm going to try to show some of that tonight kind of early, so you get plenty of opportunities to see that. If not, I'll post recap videos in the group. Top Gun is $29.99. Last copy, Dirty Dancing soundtrack. Last copy, $29.99. And Def Leppard Hysteria. This is the very popular 2LP remaster of that. I have sold a ton of these. They sound really good, and that is $49.99. Hysteria. It's getting to where like mint copies of these are $75 plus, and I've sold some for over $100 in shrink wrap with hype sticker. Okay, Stevie Ray Vaughan, 2015, 15, 25. Ryan Anderson first on the Cramps. Let me know if you want Look Mom No Head or Smell a Female. Ryan, those are up to you. Mudhoney 35, Stevie Ray Vaughan 30, Mudhoney 37. Dazed and Confused, Gary Samuel. Dazed and Confused, Gary Samuel is $39.99. $39.99. George Buchanan wants Def Leppard. Dazed and Confused, I have one left. Mudhoney's at $40, and Stevie Ray Vaughan's at $30. And then Ryan, let me know which two of those Cramps. The new Top Gun soundtrack, we should have that. If we're sold out, I'll be kind of surprised. Let's see, Godfather, Goldfinger, Ghostbusters, Lost Boys, Spider-Man, Minions, Omen, Reservoir Dogs, Star Wars, Titanic, and Top Gun. I have it. I have 2 copies left on hand. This is on white vinyl. It also includes Danger Zone, and then it has the new, of course, song by One Republic and Lady Gaga, and then the score music's incredible. You know, you can kind of close your eyes and imagine the fighter jets flying over. That's $36.99. And Paul, I have a feeling Paul's going to want one of these. We'll go ahead and lay that over there. Mudhoney 40, Stevie Ray Vaughan 30. We pulled Def Leppard. Ryan Anderson wants Cramps Smell. This right here, that's sold to Ryan Anderson. We still have a copy of Look Mom No Head. And we got a restock of Rush Permanent Waves featuring The Spirit of Radio and Free Will. Those are $39.99. That's a 180-gram version of Rush Permanent Waves. We have sold a record number of Rush albums this week. Oh my gosh. So we have a VG copy of Stevie Ray Vaughan, Soul to Soul. This is VG. It's not a bad looking record though at all. And we have a $40 bid with J.C. Jones. And then let's do Mudhoney, just a reminder. Daymars is at $40. This is an original 1990 look. It even has the original Amoeba price tag on it. That is $40 to Daymars. That came from the Dallas collection. So did Stevie Ray Vaughan. Both of those records came from Texas. Can we pull a Lost Boys soundtrack out of there for Brent Hall? I'll show that and see if I got to order more of those. Pull that Reservoir Dogs too, because there's usually some people who wants that one. I'll show that in just a second. Troy Robinson wants a Top Gun as well and a Top Gun 2. Let me do that. I know where they're at. I'll pull them. So Troy Robinson, there's your Top Gun. I think that's my last copy of Top Gun Maverick, that's the newest movie, which, by the way, if you haven't seen that, I think we went and seen it 6 or 7 times over last summer. One of the best new movies I'd seen in a long time. I think it's better than the original. I think most people saying that. Troy, Top Gun and Top Gun 2. Of course, the original's that, it's a classic film. It's hard to outdo that. So those are sold to Troy. Reservoir Dogs, Josh Ragland, is $38.99. That is a music on vinyl at the movies, and this is $38.99. I have 2 copies of that left. I still didn't pull Lost Boys. We're starting to wipe out our soundtrack selection over here. Where's Lost Boys? I got 1 copy left. Brent Hall says he wants it. This should be on blue vinyl. This should be on blue vinyl if anybody wants more. I got to order more. Also, one of our best-selling soundtracks. For some reason, I can't seem to get OGs that often. We usually auction them because so many people want them. This, the Pretty in Pink soundtrack, all those soundtracks from the 80s. This is $39.99, and I think Brent Hall wants that one. I have seen the Batman on Mondo. I'm going to try to get those where I can sell them. It's hard to get those wholesale. Okay, now, what did I miss? Josh Ragland, Reservoir Dogs. He's going to go ahead and claim that. We got a lot going on. Ryan Rice, you're next if you want one. Jeffrey Donovan on Dazed and Confused. I'll make sure Gary Samuels doesn't want one because he has first. If not, sell that to Jeffrey Donovan. And Josh Ragland on Reservoir Dogs. No Balance Tonight. And Ryan Rice said sold, and that was on the last copy of Reservoir Dogs. Okay, so final call on Mudhoney. The Mudhoney picture disc is at $40 with Daymars. $40 with Daymars. Let me make sure that was right. Yeah, Mud, 40. Daymars has this for $40. That's now going twice, going 3 times. High bid on Stevie Ray Vaughan. High bid on Stevie Ray Vaughan. J.C. Jones. J.C. Jones has that for $40. Also, final call on that. Okay. No, Rush. I think the 200 gram is out of print on the Rush. These are 180. These are 180. I think the 200 gram are done on those. $39.99. Okay, Cake Fashion Nugget featuring The Distance. That's $33.99. Cake Fashion Nugget, $33.99. I've got 2 copies of the new David Bowie release, A Divine Symmetry. A Divine Symmetry is an alternate, remixed, remastered version of Hunky Dory, which is a great David Bowie album, $31.99. Daymars on Cake, and we have 1 of those left. 3 copies left of The Ghost. I sold a couple on the post in the flip video. This is Ghost Pope Star. Milky Clear Vinyl, Indie Store exclusive, $28.99. Kevin Jordan, this is Rush Permanent Waves. Rush Permanent Waves, $39.99. Brett wants Ghost, and I'm going to go ahead and end these auctions. Mudhoney is sold to Daymars for $40. Daymars gets Mudhoney for $40. And let's go ahead and sell J.C. Jones, Stevie Ray Vaughan. J.C. Jones, I think you're a first-time buyer. If you are, thank you and welcome. Make sure you let me know you hear these instructions. We need you to message our Facebook page with your email address and your mailing address. You have won Stevie Ray Vaughan. That is going to be sold to you. Now we need an email from you or a message. We send invoices on Monday. That is $7 unlimited shipping. $7 unlimited shipping. All right, I only have 2 of these left. Okay? I hope I get more in. But that's Cowboys from Hell, Pantera. $34.99 limited edition white and whiskey brown marbled vinyl. I showed these 2 box sets late last night. I was thinking we were going to sell them, but I said I'm going to show them again tomorrow when we go live. And that is Dave Matthews Band live at Red Rocks, August 15th, 1995. That is $129.99. That's a 4 LP box set, remastered and cut by Chris Bellman at Bernie Grunman Mastering. 4 LP box set for Dave Matthews Band, $129.99. And before those came back into print, not cheap. Daymars, did you get my request from Cowboys on Facebook? I will have to check. I'll set one out just in case I didn't, but I'm pretty sure I did. What's your name on Facebook? What's your name on Facebook? Because I did pull some. I did pull several. Brett Mowlin on Pantera. Adam Holsey, if so, then yes. If so, then yes. Adam, I have one pulled. Yes, I have one pulled for you. All right, so Dave Matthews Band is sold to George Buchanan. I have one left. All right, so let me put up 2 new auctions, and then I'll get that started. Let's see here. Let's do a copy of Led Zeppelin 2, and let's do Kiss Lick It Up. All right, so next 2 auctions. I don't have, somebody said Hemispheres. Hemispheres is not in print right now. Hemispheres is not in print. All right, Led Zeppelin 2. Led Zeppelin 2. This is a 1977 specialty press. This is a 1977 specialty press about EX on the vinyl. EX on the vinyl. This is going to be a $35 start, Led Zeppelin 2. And then Kiss Lick It Up. VG Plus. Has a little bit of cover damage down here. VG Plus on the vinyl. Has the original inner sleeve. Not a bad looking VG Plus. That is a $25 start for Kiss. Kiss is a $25 start, and Led Zeppelin's a $35 start. That's our next 2 auctions. Okay, Greg says he'll take the last Pantera. Did you sell the Bold from today's flip video? What was Bold? That's not ringing a bell with me. Led Zeppelin 40, 35, 38, Kiss, Kiss, Kiss. All right, so this crate included Back to the Future soundtrack, $36.99. I've got 2 Forrest Gump soundtracks left, $36.99. The new Tangerine Dream on orange vinyl, Zeit, $39.99. The new Steve Vai album, $29.99. Sublime, $44.99 for Sublime. Dirty Dancing is $29.99. The Cramps, Look Mom No Head, $33.99, last one. Lots of Rush Permanent Waves. We definitely need them. $39.99. Last copy of Cake Fashion Nugget. $33.99. David Bowie, A Divine Symmetry. $31.99. That's a remixed of Hunky Dory. Ghost, Pope Star. $28.99. And I have one Dave Matthews Band box set left. Live at Red Rocks, 1995. August 15th. I wasn't even born yet. 4 months before my birthday. $129.99. Mike Vandergis on the Cramps. Led Zeppelin 45, Kiss 30, Tim Besaw on Tangerine Dream. I have one of those left. And Tim Holloway wants a Forrest Gump. Great decision. Great decision. Kiss is at 32. Paul Brothers wants the other. Paul Brothers wants the other Dave Matthews Band soundtrack. And then Francis Drennan on a Forrest Gump. And Aaron Jolly, you were third and I only had 2. If you're okay with a waiting list, I'm definitely got to order more. Let me make sure I don't have any in our bins over here in the soundtracks. But I think the reason I ordered them is because I didn't. I don't think so. No. I tried to order more of these last night, and they're all back ordered again. So let me show these and tell you this is a low stock warning. I only got 3 copies left, and this is Bush 16 Stone 2 LP clear vinyl. Bush 16 stone, 2 LP clear vinyl, 20th anniversary remaster. This is $36.99. Bush, 16 stone. I back ordered more of those last night, but they were not available. So $36.99 for Bush, just so you know. One more time. Ghost, David Bowie, Cake, Rush, Dirty Dancing, Sublime, Steve Vai, Tangerine Dream, and Back to the Future. Daymars and Gwen Carley wants a Bush, and I have one left. High bid on Led Zeppelin. Gwen Carley, $45. EX vinyl. Gwen Carley's at $45. And high bid on Kiss is Gary Samuels at $32. How old are you? I am 27 years young. 27 years old. 27. I'll be 28 in December, so I haven't been 27 long. Right, Tanner? All right. That was some vinyl from last night. Let me go get you a crate that we unboxed today. And I need to show the rushes if we have those counted out and pulled. Let me figure out which crate I want to go through first. The one with the most newest new stuff. Yeah, this one right here. All righty. And if we can at least grab a stray rush to show them. Okay. Led Zeppelin's at 47 with Calvin Ward. Final Call on Kiss. Gary Samuels has that for 32. Final Call for $32. All right. Let's go through this crate right here. New vinyl, and then I'll go start going through some vintage stuff. Tomorrow, we'll have some surprises tonight, as usual. But tomorrow, Friday, just like 2 weeks ago, pretty much nothing but punk and metal. Now, we'll have other stuff mixed in. I don't want to discourage anybody from not watching. We had a lot of people 2 weeks ago that wasn't interested in punk and metal. They were still watching. But tomorrow night, very heavy in punk and metal, crates, auctions, and then we'll have other stuff mixed in as well, especially new vinyl. That is tomorrow. That is tomorrow. I may have a couple tonight. We may go through at least one crate because we're going to have so much ready for tomorrow. It's going to be like 2 weeks ago, we had 3 crates left over. We didn't even go through, and those have been in the back. So we'll go through those probably first. He's already priced 3 crates, and then he can probably do 3 or 4 tomorrow. That's way too much. So we might go through some of it tonight just so you'll know to tune in tomorrow. Kenny Wayne Shepherd Band, Trouble Is 25. This is on limited edition cream vinyl, $34.99. $34.99 for Kenny Wayne Shepherd, Trouble Is 25. That is $34.99. And here's another Cramps album. Big Beat from Badsville. The Cramps is $33.99. $33.99. And Meshuggah, Immutable. This is red vinyl, limited to 2,500, $34.99. Do we have the sheets printed off? We do. So, Kenny Wayne Shepherd, Phil Atherton, I've already got one pulled for you. I have one left, and Jacob Smith, I've got a Meshuggah pulled for you, and I have one of those left. And one Cramps for Mike Vandergents, and I have one left. John, this is our last copy of Bush, 16 stone, $36.99 for Bush, 16 stone, $36.99, 20th anniversary on clear vinyl. Gwen Carley wants the last Cramps. Let's go ahead and sell Kiss to Gary Samuels for $32. Kiss went to Gary Samuels for $32. And Final Call on Led Zeppelin. Several people have said out. Calvin Ward has that for $47. I'm about to sell it. Black Label Society, Stronger Than Death. Zakk Wylde, Black Label Society, $38.99. I'm pretty sure most of these are on colored vinyl. I hope the rest of these have hype stickers. They do, but this is $38.99. And John Ambrosic sold on Bush. So, Final Call on Led Zeppelin. Let me see what I got next in my auction crate. I'm kind of tempted to put up this Smiths album. That could cause some fighting in the comments. Let me go ahead and run this Talking Heads album. And let me pull something out of our to-be auction crate down here. And our to-be auction crate includes... here's a soundtrack that I've never seen before. I don't think I've ever had this. It's a South Korean press, but I think it's quite tough to get. Calvin Ward gets Led Zeppelin for $47. The new Tangerine Dream is $39.99. All right, Talking Heads, Remain in Light. This has some staining on the cover right here, as you can see. So immediately a VG or VG minus cover, has some edge wear, has the original inner sleeve. The vinyl, though, is around VG Plus to EX. Not pristine either, but better than the way the cover looks for sure. This is going to be just a $20 start. Talking Heads, Remain in Life, featuring their hit song, Once in a Lifetime. So that's a whatever I said, $20, $25 start on Talking Heads. About a VG minus cover. But we usually put all Talking Heads up for auction. And then here's something I've never had before, the Ghost soundtrack. Ghost soundtrack. And this is a 1990 South Korean press. And that's a $35 start, the Ghost soundtrack. 1990, pressed in South Korea. Kind of never seen that before. $35 start. Okay, somebody claimed Black Label Society. That's sold to Gwen Carley. I have one of those left. This is Third Eye Blind Unplugged. Third Eye Blind Unplugged, $28.99 for that. I have two of them. I have one copy of Kings of Leon, Only by the Night. I realized I was sold out of these. By the way, these are imports. That's why it's $54.99. It's a 2LP. I don't think this record is being... There is no U.S. version of this, unfortunately, in print. But by far, Closer, Sex on Fire, Use Somebody, three of their biggest hits on this one right here, $54.99. The last time I had those, they were $49.99, I believe. Walt Cruz on Third Eye Blind, Vernon Lehman on Third Eye Blind, and Jerry Stone on the waiting list. If you're on a waiting list for anything tonight, if it's in stock, you won't have it until next week's invoice, which means you won't get invoice for it until the following Monday. So Walt Cruz and Vernon Lehman on those two, Jerry Stone waiting list on that. I've got Kings of Leon. There's two more Panteras that came in on this shipment, so I don't think we had a waiting list for it, but there's two more. Cowboys from Hell, colored vinyl, $34.99. And the other Black Label Society is Mafia. Mafia is on red vinyl. Black Label Society, Zakk Wylde, that one's also $38.99. Mafia, Black Label Society, red vinyl. Jerry Stone on Third Eye Blind, wait list. So is Paul Brothers. Dan Triaga wants Pantera. And I'm about to end these auctions if no one bids. I'm about to sell those pretty fast. David Bowie, Earthling. This was a special request, or actually we're sold out of them, and we had to order one for Tracy Miller. So Tracy, I've got you one pulled. Here's another one, David Bowie, Earthling, and that is $42.99. Gwen Carley also wants Black Label Society Mafia. I have one copy left of Black Label Society Mafia on red vinyl. Let me see what else I got here. Venom. Venom Black Metal, limited edition 40th anniversary silver and black splatter vinyl. That is $48.99 for Venom Black Metal. $48.99 on that. All right, I'm going to end these auctions. If anybody wants Talking Heads, $20 on Talking Heads, Remain in Light. VG minus cover, VG plus vinyl, and the Ghost soundtrack is a $35 bot now. $20 and $35 on those. The David Bowie album is Earthling. David Bowie album is Earthling, $42.99. Okay, let's see what I got over here in our auction bin. Let's do Iron Maiden. And let me see what I've got left in here. Yes, let's go ahead and do this Pink Floyd, or excuse me, this Beatles. Iron Maiden, Peace of Mind. This is an OG press. It's in VG condition. Also about a VG cover. This is also a $35 start. Iron Maiden, Peace of Mind. VG vinyl, a little bit lower grade copy of this one. VG cover as well. Yeah, definitely could get close to VG plus, but VG, we'll call that a VG all the way around, Peace of Mind. That's a $35 start. And also a $35 start on this. The Beatles, Abbey Road picture disc. We've got it in a resealable bag. The Beatles, Abbey Road picture disc. That's also a $35 start. Very cool. Very cool. Abbey Road picture disc. $35 start on that. That should be from 1978. Yep, that should be for 1978. Okay, Maiden 35.35, Iron Maiden 40. Facebook post, I got the link. Was it not available? No, you've got Was it not available? No, I might have accidentally shared the wrong link to you. I might have been copying and pasting the wrong thing. I'm not for sure. But yes, You Got a Cure album. You Got a Cure album. Glory's at 35 on that. And somebody claimed Talking Heads. Paul Brothers gets the Talking Heads album for $20. Paul Brothers gets the Talking Heads album for $20. Okay, next is another Black Label Society. This is the Blessed Hellride, $29.99. Limited edition white vinyl, $29.99. $29.99 for Black Label Society. I've got a bunch of their albums in here. I'm trying to show them kind of one at a time. Let me skip over those, and I'll show the restock of the Allman Brothers Idlewild South. This is an import copy, only 1,000 made, $38.99. Revival, Midnight Rider. I don't like that song. I like that song, Don't Keep Me Wondering. $38.99. That is the Allman Brothers Idlewild South, and Jerry Stone and Kevin Kubina. I have you on a waiting list for that. $38.99. Abbey Road 40, Abbey Road 40, Iron Maiden 45, Beatles 45, Gwen Carley, once again on Black Label Society, Gloria on the Allman Brothers. When is the R&B crate or not? You know, there's some of that in the Dallas collection. I'll try to get all that together, Troy. One big crate full of it. Yes, that's overdue. Let me see what else we got in here. Chris Stapleton, Starting Over. Chris Stapleton, Starting Over, 2LP. That is $42.99. Boy, my favorite song on the album's not even on the hype sticker. $42.99. Chris Stapleton, Starting Over. That's $42.99. And I don't have it on here. It was Mark Robinson. Mark Robinson got one pulled. Might be on this other sheet. Yes, Mark Robinson. I've got one pulled for you. Mark Robinson, Chris Stapleton, Starting Over. Brian Hummel also wants Allman Brothers. Let's update our auctions. We have an original 1978 Beatles Abbey Road picture disc. Really nice condition. Gloria Bowers is at $45 on that. That's now at $45. And then Iron Maiden, no lyric insert, nothing, just the cover, the LP, and that is at $40. That's also at $45 with Mike Churchill. Mike Churchill also has the high bid on that. Those are going once, going twice. I thought you didn't like country. Well, I'm not hugely into it, but that song, or a couple of his songs, to me, don't really sound country. You know, I mean, he's kind of on that threshold of Americana, blues rock type. Let's see. Yeah, $42.99. There is the track list. Craig just shared that to you. Warren Wilkie. All right, another Black Label Society. Of course, 1919 Eternal, $38.99. Black Label Society, 1919 Eternal. That's a 2LP on purple vinyl, $38.99. I think this may be a special request. I'll show it. If Josh, if you're watching, let me know. But this is Alex G. Beach Music. If anybody wants one, let me know. This may be for sale. If not, we probably can get you one. That's Alex G. Beach Music, $31.99. I'm just going to go ahead and lay that out. But if anybody wants one of those, we'll have them soon. So that Black Label Society is $38.99. I'm waiting for Gwen to claim it. And a restock of Rush Hold Your Fire. Rush Hold Your Fire, $36.99. Rush Hold Your Fire. This is a 200-gram version. 200-gram version of Rush Hold Your Fire. All right, let's go ahead and sell these two auctions. The Beatles is sold to Gloria for $45, and Iron Maiden is sold to Mike Churchill for $45. Mike, if you're a first-time buyer, please let me know, and we're going to give you some instructions. We're going to give you some instructions on how to get your contact info from us. We're going to send you a link to the website, which has a contact form. We need your email and mailing address. $7 unlimited shipping for this week. This is Thursday night. We're having a sale tonight. We're having another sale Friday night and another sale Saturday night. There's 3 more sales, including tonight, where you can take advantage of the $7 unlimited shipping. Gwen Carley on this Black Label Society. That's sold to Gwen Carley. Next is Permanent Wave. Steve Howe wants a copy of Permanent Waves from that last crate. Right here, sold to Steve Howe. Steve Howe. All right. Thank you, Mike, and we'll get that link for you. Yes, we have all Chris Stapleton albums in stock. We have all Chris Stapleton albums in stock. The other Black Label Society, Doom Crew. This is on limited edition, clear and black ice with gray and white splatter vinyl, $39.99. Gwen says, I'll take another one too. All right, so there's another one for Gwen. And I have one left for Black Label Society, $39.99. There's Rush, Hold Your Fire, and then we got a restock of Disturbed, The Sickness. Disturbed is $29.99. $29.99. Okay, let's go through that crate one more time. I need more auctions going. Let me go through auctions. Let's see what we got here. That's check condition stuff. Let me see what I got in this crate down here. Kiss Unmasked. Let's do that. And let's do this nice. Let me see what we got going on here on the wall. Yeah. All right. Don't get too many clean copies of Pink Floyd, The Wall. This one, about a VG Plus cover. Someone put the hype sticker on the cover, which is a good thing. These things always show some kind of wear somewhere. Very hard to find a true mint copy of this. Very clean vinyl, though. Very clean. We did determine this was a 79 Terre Haute. So this is an OG 1979 Terre Haute. And this is a $45 start. EX Plus, very close to near mint minus vinyl. EX Plus, very close to near mint minus vinyl. That's a $45 start on Pink Floyd, The Wall. I think some people's been waiting for an OG copy of that to come up. And we have Kiss Unmasked. Let's see what's all down in Kiss Unmasked. There's the inner sleeve. And yeah, so about a VG Plus cover. Kiss Unmasked. Maybe VG minus with that ring wear on the bottom. Does have some edge wear too. Maybe flirting with VG minus on that one for the cover. The vinyl is EX. Not a bad LP. I don't see any extras with it except this black original inner sleeve. There's the cover. And that's also a $35 start. Kiss Unmasked. That is a US OG of that. Okay. Yes, we ship to Canada. Yes, we ship to Japan. We also ship to anywhere in Europe, North America, South America. If you're not in the US, though, you have to get a shipping quote for us. And basically, you buy whatever you want for the week. Then we package it. We weigh it. We send you a quote. Then you pay for the shipping in on your invoice calculated. And that's how we do it. All right. Let's see here. Pink Floyd, 50, 45, 50, 55, and 50. So 55 on Pink Floyd. We're looking for a $35 start on Kiss. One more time on this crate. Kenny Wayne Shepherd, Triple Is 25, $34.99. Cream vinyl. Meshuggah, $34.99. Limited edition, 2,500 copies on red vinyl, $34. Black Label Society, Stronger Than Death, $38.99. Kings of Leon, $54.99. Pantera, one of our last copies, $34.99. Mafia, Black Label Society, $38.99. Venom, $48.99. Black Metal. David Bowie Earthling, $42.99. Black Label Society, Blessed Hellride, $29.99. Chris Stapleton, Starting Over, $42.99. And Black Label Society, 1919 Eternal, $38.99. Black Label Society, Doom Crew, Inc., $39.99. Yes, let me show those right now. Aaron Jolly wants Pantera. The inside of the wall, yes. Jason F., by the way, is at $56. Jason Fornerat. Nicholas is at $60. There's the inside gatefold of the wall of all the cool cartoonish from the film and all the videos I made for that. All right, so that is at $60. Cowboys from Hell is $34.99. Martin Pryor wants Doom Crew from Black Label Society. And here is the big release this week for Rush, Caress of Steel. One of the big releases, $36.99. You know what? I'm assuming this was 180 gram. I have not got to open this one yet. But if you missed the announcement, Rush. Let me read everybody who has one already. It looks like a lot of the Rush catalog is coming finally back into print. There for a while they was only doing one or two, Moving Pictures, Permanent Waves, 2112. Now it looks like they're getting deeper. They've pressed Caress of Steel. They're getting pretty deep. $36.99. We got Jeff McIntosh, David Sosby, Stephen Chesney, Jody Ruffner, Chris Kirkley, Susie Breedlove, Debbie Blair, Steve Howe, Scott Corcoran, Scott Fairchild, David Howard, Jerry Stone, Darren Wortman, Sean Crupper, Joe Gabriel, Greg Hagewood, John Sheehan, Jamie Butler, Scott Smith, Floyd Furman, got 2 of them, Paul Brothers, and David Eberly. That's everybody we have down for a Rush Caress of Steel. If anybody else wants one of those, let me know right now. Rush Caress of Steel, $36.99. Okay, the Wall, 57, 70 now, 80. Rush is 180 gram. Alan Johnson, I'll have to put you on a wait list for Cowboys from Hell. I am fresh out. Is that Disturbed, the anniversary release? Disturbed is the sickness. Disturbed, the sickness. It is, that's all I can tell you. $29.99. $29.99. Yes, Signals will be in tomorrow. Signals and a couple Smashing Pumpkins restocks and a couple of Kiss restocks. Let's see. Vernon Lehman wants a Rush Caress of Steel. Let's try to find some about the, okay, seam splits. And Marty Ellis on Disturbed. Marty Ellis on Disturbed. We had a few come in with seam splits, so we'll pull all those out. Okay, if anybody wants Kiss, it's a $35 buy it now. Kiss Unmasked, $35 buy it now. $35 buy it now on Kiss Unmasked. If anybody wants it, you can claim it right now in the comments. High bid on Pink Floyd The Wall is Nicholas Elfrink. Nicholas Elfrink at $80 on Pink Floyd The Wall. That's going once, going twice. Marty Ellis got a Disturbed. Kevin Jordan wants a Disturbed. Test the Echo. Yes, that's the 2 big ones. Brandon Jackson is going to pick up the Kiss for $35. Clay Moore on Doom Crew. Clay, I don't have that one in stock anymore. If you're okay with a waiting list, I'll put you on one. Chris Kirkley wants Chris Stapleton. Chris gets Chris. And Vernon Lehman also wants a copy of Disturbed. All right, so anybody else on Caress of Steel, Rush? That's been out of print for a long time. Nicholas, final call on The Wall. I'm about to sell it to Nicholas for $80. Going once, going twice. I'm about to sell it and then put up 2 new auctions. Rhonda Drar on Black Label Society Mafia. Rhonda on Mafia. And I do have a copy of that left. Sell that to Rhonda. Okay. I'm about to move on and show you our first crate from the Murfreesboro collection that I got ready last night. Let me do some condensing so we can free up some crates. Actually, our shipment of crates come in today, so we have plenty now, but they'll be full before long. So Clay Moore wants on the Doom Crew waiting list. Clay Moore, I'll put you on the Doom Crew waiting list. Floyd Disturbed is $29.99. All right, Pink Floyd is sold to Nicholas, which I think is a first-time buyer. Nicholas Elfrink. Nicholas, if you could go ahead and please message our page, Collectco, with your email address and your mailing address. We will invoice you on Monday. $7 unlimited shipping for the rest of the week. We will invoice you. Make sure you reply with that information. Otherwise, we can't bill you and we can't... Yes, sorry, I was reading a text message that came in. I get distracted sometimes. I see messages pop up on my phone. $80. All right, fantastic album. Let's see. I've been begging for those Chiodos. I don't know what that is. Let me show some new. Yes, let me show some new vintage vinyl. What a great album, The Wall. Pretty good, right, Tanner? All right, let me slip by Ed and Seth and grab some stuff from behind the counter. Those 4 crates is all stuff that I priced last night. Let me figure out which one I want to do first. We'll do this one first. Yep. All righty. Excuse me. Tight quarters when we have the carts up here. I don't know what that is. What is that? Can somebody give me elaboration? Flip video 1. Chiodos. I have no idea what that is. I guess it's something I had in the flip video, huh? I guess that's probably why I don't know what it is. No, I did. I had. That's probably, yeah, no, that was a crate from back there. It's probably the artist. That's probably why I don't know who it is. All right, never mind the Bullocks, the Sex Pistols, $39.99. $39.99. Never mind the Bullocks, the Sex Pistols, $39.99. This is a 1982 press. 1982 press. This is all stuff from that Murfreesboro collection. If that don't mean anything to you, this was a collection we bought from a guy, and I swear it's some of the nicest, cleanest, most prettiest vinyl I've ever seen. That simple. That simple. Let me see what we got in this crate right here. Let me find that crate that I actually flipped through, because I'm sure that means they've seen some of that and they're going to be expecting it for auction. So let me find what they're talking about. All right, let's go ahead and put up X and Striper. Okay. We have X, More Fun in the New World. X, More Fun in the New World. Nice vinyl. Oh, see, original inner sleeve. Yeah, very clean, near mint minus vinyl. The cover, pretty strong. VG Plus does have some unfortunate sticker residue there. And overall, pretty clean. X is a $35 start. X, $35 start. And Striper. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I'm going to go ahead. Everybody get their fix in tonight. Take a good look at it. Take a good look at it. It's going to be gone in about 5 minutes. We have requests for Striper every day. All day, every auction, every sale. If I mention the word metal, the question is asked, do you have any Striper? Right here it is. Take a good look at it. It's about to be sold. This is a $25 start. In God We Trust. Near mint minus vinyl. It has the original plastic sleeve that came with it, Enigma. That is a $25 start. $25 start. X is a $35 start. Sex Pistols is $39.99. Jimi Hendrix Blues, $24.99. Hope everybody's ready for this crate. There's usually not much left after we get done. Blues includes Jimmy's versions of Catfish Blues, Born Under a Bad Sign, 180 gram QRP. That is $24.99. Jimi Hendrix Blues. Jimi Hendrix Burning Desire, $29.99. This is the numbered version. This is number 136. Jimi Hendrix Burning Desire, $29.99. Grand Funk, We're an American Band. This is a 180 gram remaster, black vinyl, $19.99 on Grand Funk, We're an American Band. And Grand Funk On Time, another 180 gram, limited to 1,200 copies. Grand Funk On Time, $29.99. We got some really cool, high quality reissues that are either out of stock or out of print. Back up to the top, we have Quiet Riot, I don't know. Striper, I don't know if we have any Quiet Riot. I honestly have no idea. Striper is $35, Striper $30, Striper $25, Striper $30. Michael Nath first to Jimi Hendrix Blues. Rhonda's at $37 on Striper. Wyatt's at $35 on X. Striper's $40. Preston was first to Burning. Michael Nath was second. Striper $40. Toby Grimm first to Grand Funk. Toby, let me know if you want On Time or We're an American Band. Toby, you're first to that. Brent Hall was second. Striper $42. Sherry possibly third on Time. And we have Matthew Sweet, Girlfriend. Music on Vinyl. Music on Vinyl. Matthew Sweet, Girlfriend, $29.99. Striper $45, Striper $45, and Smashing Pumpkins Gish, $29.99. Lightly used. These are new, $39.99. $29.99 for this one. And Rant and Rave, the Stray Cats, near mint copy and shrink wrap, $24.99. Toby Grimm wants Grand Funk American Band. That was from earlier. Let me go ahead and pull that for Toby Grimm. So that means Brent Hall, let me know if you want On Time. If you pass Brent Hall, I'm going to go ahead and tag that for Sherry Darnell. Striper was at 42, then Striper was at 45, then 45 again. Does Striper have the insert? I see yes. Thank you for asking. Wow, it looks like a $100 bill. It's got a little bit of a dog ear right here, but that can be creased out. Yes, it does have the lyric insert. Thank you for asking. Striper, That's 45.45. Greg Hagewood first on Sweet. Matthew Sweet, that's sold to Greg Hagewood. Brad Moore, you are second. Striper 45, another $45 bid. Jason F. third on Sweet. Brent Rabley fourth. Walt Cruz fifth. Brent Hall sixth. And Michael Nath on Pumpkins. Michael Nath was first to the Smashing Pumpkins. Sean Fairweather, you're second. Tony Duell, MS. That was... what's that? We already sold it. Okay, and then Floyd Furman first to Stray Cats. So the Grand Funk on Time goes to Sherry Darnell. High bid on Striper is 60. Tyler Browning, you were about number 8 on Matthew Sweet. Let's write down the name Matthew Sweet. We need to check into his catalog, see if we can get some more of those in stock. I didn't know Music on Vinyl did a reissue of it either. That's why I like buying collections. I like buying collections of new vinyl sometimes because I find out stuff that was made in like between 2010 and 2015 when some vinyl was being made. A lot of those kind of pressings are very hard to get. Wow, no one on the Sex Pistols yet. This is a 1982 press. It's in really nice condition, $39.99. Update on our auctions. X, more fun in the new world. Wyatt has this for $35. Wyatt has this for $35. Wyatt Aikens, very nice copy, going twice, going 3 times. Stephen Chesney has Striper, In God We Trust. Really nice copy. That is Stevens for $60. That's going twice, going 3 times. Sonic Youth, Daydream Nation, $24.99. And Steely Dan, The Royal Scam. Steely Dan, The Royal Scam. MCA, wow, I don't recall seeing that label too many times. $34.99 on The Royal Scam. $34.99. Ken Charlemagne, Don't Take Me Alive. Golden Earrings. The Fez. That's $34.99. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 people on Sonic Youth. Jeremiah Lewis was first. Jeremiah Lewis is first. Jamie Butler first to Steely Dan. Earlier, we showed a Smashing Pumpkins album that was used. Let me show you the new copies. I have 4 left. I probably need to go ahead and grab more. I've got 4 copies left of the sealed ones. They're all sealed with hype sticker. $39.99. If anybody else wants a copy of Gish, if you missed out on the used one earlier, we have 4 left, new, $39.99. By the way, if you missed my post, we have 2 Smashing Pumpkins albums coming back in stock. We will share the links right now. That is Melancholy and the Infinite Sadness and Siamese Dream. We're almost sold out of both. But those are coming in. Go ahead and claim them. I think I've got 20 and 20. One of them we've already sold 18. And the other one, I think we're at 15, and we hadn't even shown them live yet. So, okay, Pantera still in there. Love Rush. We have a wait list for Cowboys from Hell. Okay, Steely Dan Pretzel Logic. Steely Dan Pretzel Logic. Another nice, really. By the way, some of these, this guy opened new, like he opened vintage OG copies or vintage copies. He opened them new within the last few years and maybe played them once or twice. They're like new. If Siamese Dream gets delivered tomorrow, they'll be on this week's invoice, but we don't know if they'll be delivered or not. We don't know if they'll be delivered or not yet. So they should be here tomorrow, though. Let me skip some more Steely Dan, and let me show you David, Sanctious, and Tone. $14.99 for David, Sanctious, and Tone. That's $14.99. Joe Satriani, What Happens Next, 2LP, Joe Satriani, $19.99 for Joe Satriani. And this is Soft Machine, Music on Vinyl, limited, transparent vinyl, numbered, colored vinyl, out of print, $59.99 for Soft Machine. That had really good reviews on that one. Okay, I need to get everybody updated on our auctions. First, Brian Hummel wants a Siamese Dream. Fred Carnell wants 1 each of the Smashing Pumpkins. Tony Murphy, we're on a final call on Striper. $60 with Stephen Chesney. Final call. I'm about to sell that. And then we had a new bid on X. George Buchanan's at 40. Wyatt Aikens, you're out. So George Buchanan has that for 40. Next was Pretzel Logic, David Chilcote. Pretzel Logic is $34.99. Robert Johnson first to Joe Satriani. That sold to Robert Johnson. Vernon Lehman was second. David Chilcote, if you pass If you pass on Steely Dan, it looks like that goes to Jamie Butler. Wyatt's out on X, and we have Soft Machine. Let me go ahead and show you Patti Smith Group, Easter. On Legacy Vinyl, 180 gram audio quality. Patti Smith Group Easter is $24.99. And Small Faces. Small Faces is $34.99. Check out the vinyl on this one. Limited edition orange vinyl. Small Faces is $34.99. Give Pretzel Logic to Jamie. That's sold to Jamie. Final Call on X and Striper is sold to Stephen Chesney for $60. That's sold to Stephen Chesney for $60. Striper. Jeff McMaster first to Small Faces. We still have Patti Smith Group and Soft Machine and another Steely Dan, Gaucho. Gaucho's $34.99. Final Call on X. Final Call on X. All right, I'm pulling stuff out of the crate that I posted on Facebook earlier. So if you've seen anything in there you want me to auction, I'll go ahead and run some of those tonight. Some of it we had set aside for tomorrow night, but we probably won't be able to get through them all anyway. Wow, this Wasp is sealed. That's pretty cool. Let's see what else we got in here. Ooh, Junkyard. I didn't even really recognize that earlier. Let's go ahead and run these two. All right. Wasp, Live in the Raw. This is sealed. Sealed with hype sticker. Wow. Wasp, sealed with hype sticker. Live in the Raw. $100 start on that. Sealed Wasp, Live in the Raw with hype sticker. $100 start on Wasp. Junkyard, Gold Stamp Promo, 1989 OG, Near Mint minus vinyl, Giffen Records, 1989. Original inner sleeve, Junkyard, Gold Stamp Promo, $45 start on Junkyard. Gold Stamp Promo, $45 start on that. All right, let's go ahead and sell X to George Buchanan for $40. Wyatt said he was out. Let me make sure I didn't miss anything else. Brian Lamb wants Bold. Okay, I'll have to find that and put it up. Ken's at 100 on Wasp. John marked it a 1987. John marked it a 1987, which should be OG for this. It's not a club. Looks like a US OG retail copy. All right. Instead, Bold and Flex Your Head. Okay, I'll have to find those. Let's see. Junkyard, 45, 45, 45, 50, 50. Okay. Next record. Joe Satriani. Shockwave Supernova. $24.99 on Joe Satriani. Shockwave Supernova, $24.99. And we have another Small Faces. This is Small Faces Greatest Hits. The immediate years, 67 to 69, 1999. Michael Ling's at 110 on Wasp. Ken Crooker's at 120. Vernon Lehman first to Joe Satriani. Junkyard's at 55. Northeast Corridor, Steely Dan Live, $24.99. That's a 2LP live Steely Dan. First live album in 25 years when that came out. $24.99. First to Small Faces was Brent Rabley. Jeremiah Lewis was second. Michael Nath was third. Steely Dan, Two Against Nature, $59.99. Four-time Grammy album, including Album of the Year. 2LP Steely Dan is $59.99. And Donald Fagen's The Night Fly Live. Donald Fagen's The Night Fly Live, $24.99. Update on our auctions. Joe Hunter is at 61 on the really nice copy of Junkyard. Gold Stamp Promo. Joe Hunter is at 61 on that. And Wasp, Live in the Raw. Ken Crooker is at 120 on that. Ken Crooker is at 120. Now, Arm Lazelle was first to Steely Dan. He can have Northeast Corridor, or he can have Two Against Nature. And then Jeff McMaster was second. Robert Johnson was first to Donald Fagen. Jeff McMaster second. So Robert Johnson for sure gets that. We'll see which two of the Steely Dans Arm Lazelle and Jeff McMaster wanted. Next, Al Stewart, Time Passages, $14.99 for Al Stewart, Time Passages. Really nice copy. It looks like he opened that one up new. Al Stewart, 24 Carats, is $14.99. Once again, another record I think he opened new. Shrink wrap and hype sticker on that one still, $14.99. And one more Steely Dan, Countdown to Ecstasy, $34.99. Countdown to Ecstasy, $34.99. Arm Lazelle wants both Steely Dan, so those are both sold to Arm Lazelle. Wasp, $130. Junkyard, $65. Wasp, $135. And Arm Lazelle, First to Steely Dan. What happened to Striper? We sold it for $60. It is gone. But I think there's another one in there. I think there's another one. Arm Lozelle, that's the only Steely Dan I've shown, so we can go ahead and tag him. He's got 3 Steely Dans now. Bob Seger, Against the Wind. This is $24.99, 180 gram, remaster, shrink wrap, and hop sticker. Bob Seger, Against the Wind. That's a new 180 gram pressing, shrink wrap, and hop sticker, $24.99. And Bob Seger, Like a Rock. That's an OG. That's an OG. It looks like it was just opened. Like a Rock, $24.99 on that. All right, so Junkyard. This is self-titled Junkyard, gold stamp promo. Really nice copy. Original inner sleeve, near mint minus vinyl. High bid on Junkyard. Vic Nateki, $65. They are having a war right now over Wasp. 140, 150, 155, 157, 1987 sealed. 1987 sealed with hop sticker, Wasp, but now at 160. Marty Ellis wants Like a Rock. That still leaves Against the Wind. The Best of Savoy Brown featuring Kim Simmons. The Best of Savoy Brown. Blue London label. That is $19.99. Dan Triaga wants Against the Wind. Bob Seger, Against the Wind. Savoy Brown still available. And I've got Sting. Nothing Like the Sun. Sting is $24.99. 2LP. It looks like it's literally brand new. $24.99 for Sting. Nothing Like the Sun. Final call on Junkyard. Final call on Junkyard. They are still bidding on Wasp, it looks like. Let me skip those. Let me show the Strokes. The Strokes is $19.99. This one is called Is This It? The Strokes is $19.99. Arm Lozelle, first to Sting. George Buchanan, second. And I'm taking Junkyard off the table. I'm taking it, and that's sold to Vic Nateki for $65. First to the Strokes was Brent Hall, then Journey Fernandez, then Jeff McMaster, then Preston, then Tony, then Brad, then Edward, then Jake. So Wasp is going over here. Michael Ling, 168, current high bidder. I'm going to show another Savoy Brown. That is Savoy Brown's Greatest Hits. Savoy Brown's Greatest Hits, $24.99. Live in concert. Savoy Brown's Greatest Hits live in concert. $24.99. I left that part off. Okay, let me see what I got over here. Let me see if I can find some of those auctions people keep asking about. There's another Wasp. There's Crocus. Cheetos. Is that the one somebody was asking about? The Cheetos? Chiodos? Devil. Huh. Let's put it up for auction. This is a $35 start. This is gray and black splatter vinyl. Chiodos. Devil. Never heard of them. Gray and black splatter vinyl. $35 start on that. Wasp 170, 173. Savoy Brown. I'll go ahead and show the other one. Savoy Brown Hellbound Train. This is an original on the Parrot label. Very nice. $19.99. Mike Cochran wants both Savoy Browns, so he gets these two here. I just showed another one. Hellbound Train. Spoon, Ga. $19.99 on Spoon. And Soundgarden, $34.99, Super Unknown. $34.99 on Soundgarden, Super Unknown. $34.99 on that. Journey Fernandez, first to Soundgarden. I listened to that last night. Well, I listened to side one. Michael Hammock is at $35 on Chiodos. Going once, going twice. High bid on Wasp is $175. And that's with Ken Crooker. Edward Star Wars first on Spoon. Okay. Winter Vintage albums coming. They're right here. This crate was like half and half. They're mixed in with these. Never Mind the Bullocks. Sex Pistols, $39.99. Never Mind the Bullocks. Sex Pistols, that's 1982. $39.99. Preston, you were second to Spoon. This is David Sanctious and Tone, True Stories. $14.99. David Sanctious. Third Machine, Music on Vinyl, limited numbered red vinyl, $59.99. $59.99. Patti Smith Group Easter, $24.99. 180 gram remaster of that. And this is the only Steely Dan album left, Gaucho. MCA. This has RL in the dead wax. Robert Ludwig. Sterling, Gaucho, Babylon Sisters, Hey 19, $34.99 for Gaucho. Al Stewart Time Passages, $14.99. Al Stewart 24 Carats, $14.99. And Savoy Brown, Hellbound Train, $19.99. Wasp is now at $185. Final call, Michael Hammock on Chiodos, $35. Final call. Brent Hall wants Anthology Volume 1. That was from last night. I will have to find it unless it's right here in one of these crates. Let's see. It actually might be right in here. If not, we can. There it is. That's sold. Anthology Volume 1. That is sold to Brent Hall. Sold. Victor Marbach on Steely Dan. Victor gets Steely Dan. Rich Group on Time Passages. Rich Group on Time Passages. Wasp is now at $190. Wasp $191. Edward, you were second to Steely Dan. Wasp $195. And Brent Rabel said SB condition. Steely or Savoy Brown, it's nice. Of course, from the Murfreesboro collection, it looks like he opened this thing new. He might have bought a sealed original and opened it. $19.99. Sell Rich both Al. No, we've already sold one Al Stewart, or did he claim the other one? Okay, sell him both of them for $25. Brent Hall's at $38 on Chiodos. Michael Hammock, you're out. Brent Hall's at $38. And Wasp is at $195. Brent Rabley wants Savoy Brown. That leaves 3 records in here. We're not going anywhere until they're sold. So somebody's got to buy them if you want the show to move on. Edward says, I wanted Savoy Brown. He did. He put SB was Brent first, though. Brent, you was not. Edward actually claimed before you asked the condition. My bad. I thought that was Steely Dan, and I thought he was second to Steely Dan, but he was put SB. So Edward gets the Savoy Brown. My bad. All right, Patti Smith Group, Easter, $24.99, 180 gram legacy vinyl. Soft Machine, someone make an offer, a fair offer. If not, I'll keep it. We still move on, but those are limited numbered red vinyl, $59.99. And then the David, it's actually David Sancious and Tone. This is $14.99. David Sancious and Tone, $14.99. And then the Sex Pistols. Wow, this is still available. The Sex Pistols, $39.99. Let's get those sold. If not, I'll go ahead and be grabbing the next crate. I've got more new vinyl to show you. Wasp, $200, $205. Michael says he's out on Chiodos. That means Brent Hall has it for $38. Final call. Ryan, I will sell you the Sex Pistols for $35. Super clean copy. Super clean copy. $35. That's probably my best price on that. Usually that's an instant top seller. Let me go grab a crate of new vinyl arrivals for tonight. I've got a couple more crates of new vinyl to go through, and then I've got 3 more crates like that y'all just went through. Excuse me, Ed. Over here playing chicken with Ed. Aha. We love new vinyl. We love vintage vinyl. Like Tony Murphy said, vintage is a relative term. Some people's considering the 1990s vintage, right? Wyatt Akins, Patti Smith, $20. We're going to sell that to Wyatt for $20. If anybody wants the Sex Pistols, $35. We're going to sell Wyatt, Patti Smith for $20. Those 3 records are still available if anybody wants them. Yes, they're having a battle over Wasp for sure. I got 3 more crates. Are you going to do a Beatles only night? We haven't in a long time. We probably won't. We could, but we probably won't. That's hard to do because we have so much other stuff to show, but we'll have it all mixed in. Yes, we have thousands of Beatles albums in the back. Yes, 30 years ago, the 90s is now vintage. So people's like, where's your vintage records? And I'm like, well, we're showing Soundgarden. We're showing Pearl Jam. That's old. Pearl Jam's old, folks. Dennis Nelson on Sex Pistols. Dennis, is that your first time purchase with us? I don't recall saying your name too many times. If this is sold to you, this is sold to you for $35. Thank you. Make sure you message our group or make sure you message our page. We're going to go ahead and sell Brent Hall, the Chiodos, for $38. And let's see here. What else did I miss? Jeff McMaster asked, is Sanctious $14.99? Yes, it is $14.99, Jeff McMaster. $14.99. Am I vintage now? Yes, I have officially, I'm officially vintage. Jeff McMaster said sold. All right, update on the Wasp auction. Last bid I seen was Ken Crooker at $225. Ken Crooker at $225. First record, Boston, self-titled. I had a waiting list for this, $29.99 on Boston self-titled. It's $14.99. Boston, I know it was Stacy Metternich. Do you have the other sheet over there? Who's the other name on Boston? Boston, Rich Record, Gwen Carley, and Stacy Metternich. That was the waiting list for Boston self-titled, Rich Record, Gwen Carley, and Stacy Metternich. That is $29.99. I have two more of those, More Than a Feeling, Long Time Gone, and the classic Nickelback album, All the Right Reasons, $29.99. $29.99. Nickelback, All the Right Reasons. Snoop Dogg, The Dogfather. This is like our fourth restock on this. $39.99. Heather Perry and David Schroeder. I've already got one pulled for you. This is a 2LP limited edition. Gold and clear, white gold splatter vinyl. $39.99. Alan Jonathan wants one. And I have one left. Tool, Undertow. $34.99 for Tool, Undertow, 2LP. And 3 copies available of Nirvana's Unplugged. These look brighter. I don't know what they've done with the artwork. It says made in Germany. $36.99. Nirvana's Unplugged. $36.99. Let me grab some new auctions. New auctions. We have... Whoop. Almost lost my balance. Trying to stretch my leg. It's already hurting. I put too much weight on it the way I stand here for like 5 hours. Bold. Speak Out. That's what somebody wanted me to put up. Here's Bold. Bold Speak Out is a $40 start. Gatefold. Year 1988. 1988. Bold Speak Out. Really nice looking copy. $40 start on that. $40 start on that. All right. Let's see. Stephanie Lynn on Nirvana. Stephanie Lynn on Nirvana. First time buyer. I think you've heard my instructions. Thank you. Welcome. Make sure you do that for us. Message our page. I've got one copy, maybe two, of Taylor Swift Red. Taylor Swift Red is $29.99. Kevin Scott, I've got one copy of Dirty Dancing left for $29.99. The Ramones self-titled album, $29.99 on the Ramones self-titled Hey Ho, Let's Go, $29.99. Red Hot Chili Peppers, Californication, $41.99. Red Hot Chili Peppers, $41.99. Jason, let's see, Kevin Scott wants Dirty Dancing. Let me go ahead and find that before I forget. That's that right there. See, Wasp 265. Kevin Scott gets Dirty Dancing. Jason F. on Taylor Swift. And I think I've got another one right over here. Let's pull one for Scott Corcoran. And let me see what else I got over here. I've got one more copy of Taylor Swift Red. Yep, $31.99. I also have Lady Gaga, The Fame, which has Poker Face on it. That's available if anybody wants it, $38.99. So here's the other Taylor Swift. That is sold to Scott Corcoran. We've already got Kevin's Dirty Dancing. Wasp 260. Joe Valentine wants a Red Hot Chili Peppers. Wasp 275. And Paul Brothers. I went ahead and ordered a bunch of Taylor Swift Red. I don't know why I just had one come in that order, but we've got more, so we'll put you on a waiting list. Now, if you're curious what all the Wasp comments are for, that is for this sealed Wasp Live in the Raw, sealed with hype sticker. We have a battle going on for the last 15 minutes. Ken Crooker and Michael Ling. Michael Ling's at $276, Ken's at $280. They've been going back in either $1 or $5 increments for the last 15 minutes. And we're looking for a $40 start on Bold Speak Out. The Ramones, we have one Red Hot Chili Peppers left. Fleetwood Mac, Greatest Hits. $31.99 for Fleetwood Mac's Greatest Hits, $31.99. Kanye West, Late Registration. Late Registration is $41.99 for Kanye West. That's 2 LPs, yes, $41.99. Michael Ling, WAS 290. Paul Bill says he'll start bold at 30. If you bid bold 30, I'll take it, and then I'll do a final call. Brent Hall on Kanye West. If anybody else wants one, I only got one. I'll do a waiting list for that for next week if anybody else wants one. Ken Crooker says he's out on Wasp. Looks like Michael Ling. It didn't quite make it to the $300 mark. Michael, just go ahead and bid $500 so we can blow the air horn. But you have to pay $500 for it. Bold 30, now 35. The very best of Electric Light Orchestra all over the world. That's a 2LP greatest hits of Electric Light Orchestra, $36.99. And Minor Threat, the singles, $26.99. Minor Threat, $26.99. U2, Octung Baby, $48.99 for Octung Baby, $48.99. Bold 3035 is the Bold, the 88 gatefold. Yes, 88 gatefold. Okay, let's see here. Bold 38. We've made it to 40. Mike Massey's at 40. Final call on Wasp, 290. Michael Ling. 290. Michael Ling. Kyle Gregory, I cannot get that Little Walter album. So I cannot get that unless they've already pulled it. All right, Aaron Jolly was first to U2. I'll have to take a waiting list for this. I meant to order a lot more. This album will probably be in demand now since they're doing a tour just for the anniversary celebration of this album. Really good stuff. Zoo Station, even better than The Real Thing, One, Until the End of the World. The Fly, Mysterious Ways. Ultraviolet. Great 90s album for U2. That is $48.99. If anybody else wants one of those, let me know. Aaron Jolly got one. Yeah. 36 for Rush, yeah. So Joe Valentine, Tony Murphy, Bold 40, Bold 41, Bold 50. And where are we at? All right, let's go ahead and sell Wasp to Michael Ling for $290. And Vernon Lehman also wants on the wait list for U2. That's censored. Yes. I think they put all of them censored that's in print now. There's no more naked covers on the U2 Octung Babies. All right, let's go ahead and bring it out. Trey Mendenhall is missing all the Striper. He's going to be so mad. Striper. This one's called Soldiers Under Command. White vinyl. VG Plus cover. Near mint minus vinyl. Let's see. Has the lyric insert. Striper is on white vinyl. 1985. $40 start. $40 start on Striper. Okay, I think most of Kanye's catalog is actually in print. Okay, final call on Bold. Mike Massey has Bold for $50. That's going twice, going 3 times. We have a wait list for U2 Octung Baby. Actually, we might want to check the bin. I don't think we do have any, but we may can fill up a couple of those this week. And let's see. Misfits, Static Age, $33.99 for Misfits Static Age. Fugazi, $24.99. I think this one's called 13 Songs or self-titled. Fugazi, $24.99. And you was not expecting this, and neither was I. Exodus, Bonded by Blood, $34.99. I didn't know this was even in print. I didn't have it back ordered. I just got lucky and saw them in stock. Exodus, Bonded by Blood, $34.99. I've got 10 of those. Did not really know that was still available. $34.99. We're going to sell out of those pretty fast. We sold an OG earlier this week for what? Over $200. Exodus is $34.99. Okay, let's see. Striper, 45 of Dan Triaga. Martin Pryor gets an Exodus. Let's go ahead and put Chuck Wilson's Fugazi. I'll go ahead and pull that. Then Martin Pryor on Exodus. Dale Cooper on Exodus. Striper's at 47. Brett Mowlin on Exodus. Dwayne Sevilla, Exodus. Jeffrey Walker, Exodus. Brandon Jackson, Exodus. Kyle Gregory, Exodus. I've got 3 copies left of Exodus. These are all sold. And Vic says he'll take one to go with the very expensive OG he bought a couple nights ago. So one sold to Vic. And we've got 2 left. And then Sean Fairweather, I'll put you on a waiting list for Fugazi if that's okay. They'll be in next week. Bertrand Chapman on Exodus. I now have one left. I knew that would be a hit. I wish I had a lot more to show for Metal Night tomorrow. See, I've been ordering a lot of stuff for Metal Night because we'll probably have a lot of people on that's not used to seeing our catalog, and I've been restocking stuff, and we've all sold out of it this week. I've sold out of everything, so hopefully there's more being delivered tomorrow, but we've sold out of everything already. Okay. Stripers at 48. Fred, the Misfits was $33.99, and the last person to claim the last Exodus, was Felix Quintanilla, the fourth. Felix Quintanilla. So that's definitely a first-time buyer. Felix, thank you. You're a first-time buyer. Make sure you message our page. If anybody wants on this waiting list, let me know. I'm probably going to back order a bunch of them. This is the first time I've ever had a new copy of this. And if you want on that waiting list, please let me know. I've got Mike Churchill and Devin Reese. That last one sold to Felix. And yes, Bold is sold. Mike Massey gets Bold for $50. I meant to end that 10 minutes ago. And if anybody wants on that waiting list, let me know. Fred, this is $33.99. High bid on Striper. Dan Triaga's at $48 on Striper. White vinyl. Has the insert. Nice copy. VG Plus cover. Does have a little bit of sticker residue there. $48 on Striper. None of those albums are in print. I cannot go and order a Striper Soldiers Under Command. Bob Riger also on Exodus wait list. Okay. Let's go through that crate one more time. I'm out of breath. I'm literally out of breath. Boston, self-titled, remaster, $29.99, More Than a Feeling, Long Time Gone, Peace of Mind. We have Nickelback, All the Right Reasons, $29.99. I have 3 copies of Nickelback. 1 copy left of Snoop Dogg, The Dogfather, colored vinyl, $39.99. Tool, Undertow, $34.99. Sober is on there. Nirvana Unplugged, classic, $36.99. The Ramones, self-titled album, Hey Ho, Let's Go, Blitzkrieg Bop, $29.99. Red Hot Chili Peppers, Californication. Last copy, $41.99. Fleetwood Mac's Greatest Hits. That's pretty self-explanatory. Going Your Own Way, Stop, Gypsy, Rhiannon, $31.99. The Very Best of ELO, $36.99. Minor Threat, $26.99. And the Misfits, Static Age, $33. Michelle Phillips on Exodus waitlist. Bob Riger on Exodus waitlist. Yes, more vintage is coming up right now. David Eberly first on Boston. Cherry limeade. Yes, I need one. I'm kind of addicted to those. Diet cherry limeade. I don't drink too much sugar. I eat a lot of sugar. I definitely don't drink it. But yes, I've been drinking diet cherry limeades. They taste just like the other ones. All right. Striper is final call. Dan Triaga has that for $48. $48 on Striper. Final call. Let's put up a copy of Dokken, Tooth, and Nail. I think the only way this album's really been repressed is for that box set. For the box set, original inner sleeve, Dokken, Tooth, and Nail. Look how nice. This is a $45 start. OG Dokken. I'm going to go ahead and say it. This is a top copy. Dokken, Tooth, and Nail. $45 start on that. Anybody else want anything in this crate? I almost can condense it with the first crate, but not quite. Dan Triaga's in on Dokken. Dan's also about to win the Dokken. Let me move, or about to win the Striper. Dale Cooper's at 50. Brent Hall just had his first bingo of the night. By the way, if y'all are not familiar, a lot of our customers play bingo while they watch because I say some of the same stuff over and over. Okay. Let me see what I got in this bin. Aha. I got another bin of mixed new vintage from that collection. So let me do it. It's about a half of a crate. So let me show it first. Let me show that first. Say that again. I only had 1 copy of Fugazi. Yeah, Sean Fairweather on the waiting list. If anybody else wants on the Fugazi wait list, let me know. Now, I got to go easy on Seth tonight. He's had a rough week. Okay, I got to say it. John Young, Seth passed out again. He didn't hit his head, but he passed out again this week. I got to tell you. I wasn't going to tell you, but I went ahead and told you. Seth passed out again. He didn't hit his head, but he passed out. Rhonda, well, Dan Triaga. Dan Triaga gets striper for $48. Okay, high bid on Dockin, 46, 50, 50, 55, 60. Let's see here. Seth needs a pound of Monster. No, he not from drinking. I don't know. Why'd you pass out, Seth?
I would tell you.
Seth said he would like to know himself. He was actually on jury duty. He was in the courtroom sitting in a jury panel, and he passed out. True story. Yeah, he passed out right during the middle of a testimony. Dockin, tooth and nail. So for that, I can't fire him tonight. I can't fire him. Calvin Ward has this pristine copy of Dockin for $60. Pay very close attention to this crate. The Soft Bulletin, Music and Songs by the Flaming Lips, 2LP, $29.99. The Firm, Mean Business, in shrink wrap. I'm pretty sure he opened this one and played it maybe once or twice. It's a near mint copy with the original inner sleeve, $19.99 on The Firm. How about The Cars, Door to Door? The Cars, Door to Door, another one in shrink wrap. Looks like it was just opened. That is also OG, $24.99. And Flo and Eddie. Flo and Eddie is $14.99. Illegal, Immoral, and Fattening. Flo and Eddie, $14.99. Okay, back up to the top and make sure I didn't miss anything. Let's see. Let's see here. Random weather event. Yeah, we have crazy. So here in Lebanon, it's like, here's what we've had the last 7 days. Freezing temperatures, thunderstorms, almost tornadoes, ice and snow, record heat temperatures today. It got up to like mid-80s today. And then tomorrow, it'll probably be snowing. That's what it is like living in Middle Tennessee. That's a mistrial. David Howard says, we got a couple of attorneys watching, and they all said, and lawyers and judges, and they all said, that's a mistrial, Seth, all because of you. You just cost the court system thousands of dollars. Thousands of dollars just because of you don't eat enough cheeseburgers. Preston Rogers, first to Soft Bulletin. Preston Rogers was first to this. Then Mike Massey. Then Brent Hall. And Robert Johnson first on The Firm. Robert Johnson first on The Firm. Adam Stein second. Tom Dearlove, you were fifth or sixth on the Lips. Calvin, you were second to The Firm. Grant Peltzer first to The Cars. Grant Peltzer first to The Cars. Clay Moore next on The Firm. Don Unstead was first to Flo and Eddie. And let's see. Greg Preston was next on Cars. Okay, that was a flurry of comments. Let's get everything settled back down. Dockin, high bid on Dockin. I think it's about to be sold. No one else has bid again. Calvin Ward has it for $60. Calvin Ward has it for $60. All righty. This is, wow, we got some cool stuff. We got to save some of this for tomorrow night, though. I'm sorry. We can find other stuff to auction, but some of this stuff is just insane that's in this bin. Some of this I've never even seen before. Let's put up the Scorpions record. I've never even seen this before. I had to question what's going on in this cover for a second, but I think I figured it out. He's given her a tattoo, see, of a scorpion. This is a 1984 German pressing. This is called Scorpions Gold Ballads. It's on the German Harvest album, or German Harvest label. DMM, Direct Metal Mastering. This is a $25 start for Scorpions Gold Ballads, $25 start. Let's see. Yeah, we were having a sale. We had so many people watching one night, we blew out a transformer outside. It was so insane. Let's see. Scorpions 25-27. All right. Next record. The Firm, the self-titled first album, another one, Mint Condition, $24.99. Jimmy Page and Paul Rogers, $24.99 on The Firm. Stone Free, a tribute to Jimi Hendrix. You know, usually I see tribute, but then I paid attention to these artists, Jeff Beck, The Cure, Clapton, $26.99 for the Hendrix, and it's on smoky gray, black colored vinyl. That is $26.99. There's more Hendrix. Let me skip those, and I'll show this OG. Well, it's a vintage copy of Beautiful Loser. It's on that green Capitol reissue, but it looks like he opened it new, $24.99. Okay. Wow. Scorpions, 25-27, 30. Scorpions, 28. Chad Holder, first to The Firm. Chad, you were first to The Firm. Roger Ramjet, second. Scorpions, 32. Scorpions, 32. Jeff McMaster, first to the Jimi Hendrix tribute. Susie, second. Michael Nath, third. Brent, fourth. Brad, fifth. Craig, sixth. Preston, seventh. And then Bob Seger sold to Alan Jonathan. Let's go ahead and sell Dockin to Calvin Ward for $60. Scorpions Gold Ballads, high bid on that is $35 with Chad Holder. Let me grab another record. Somebody said, what is this record here? That's pretty interesting. Well, this is an interesting crate. And I'm just now getting to look at them for the first time. So, Joy Division, that looks interesting. Joy Division, what do we have here? Auto Suggestion, demo and radio recordings. Let's put this up for auction. It's a 2015 Belgium. That means Belgium. That probably means they made this illegally, aka an unofficial. So this is Joy Division Auto Suggestion. That is a $25 start. Looks like a unofficial of demos and rare recordings. Demos and radio recordings, I mean. Joy Division's a $25 start. Marty, you were second on Seeger. Next is Jimi Hendrix, Rainbow Bridge, and this is the numbered version of Rainbow Bridge. That is $19.99. $19.99. Scorpions 39. Jason F. is at 30 on Joy Division. The Bob Seger System, Ramblin' Gamblin' Man. This is a 180-gram reissue, remaster, $24.99 on Bob Seger. 180-gram, $24.99. The Scorpions is now at 42. Michael Nath first to Jimi Hendrix. Jason's at 30 on the Joy Division. Jeff McMaster first to Bob Seger. Paul Simon. This is evidently a really high-quality press of There Goes a Rhymin' Simon. Reissue of the original LP on high-quality 180-gram vinyl. Kodachrome, Loves Me Like a Rock. That looks beautiful. That is $34.99. $34. There is a record store day version that's about twice as much, I think just because it's limited and numbered. But this is the exact same pressing, just a reissue of that. $34.99. Joe Valentine, you were second on Bob Seger's System. Brent Hall first to Paul Simon. Final call on Joy Division. Jason F. has that for $30. And Dwayne Sevilla is the high bidder on the Scorpions Gold Ballads. Scorpions Gold Ballads. German pressing. Ryan Anderson's back in at $44. Next, another Jimi Hendrix. This is $24.99. It's so weird. It's definitely a 180-gram pressing of The Cry of Love. But the jacket looks like an OG jacket, and I think it is. I don't know what happened with this one. But if that's the replica jacket, it looks just like an original. I mean, look, it's the cardboard, brown cardboard and everything. Gatefold. That's sold to Susie Breedlove. Michael Nath was second. Next is another Paul Simon, another 180-gram remaster. Still crazy after all these years. $24.99. Also includes 50 Ways to Leave Your Lover. That is $24.99. Joy Division, 31, now 32. Scorpions is at 49. Paul Simon, and let me skip that one, and let me show you this right here. Mark, Don, and Mel, a.k.a. Grand Funk's Greatest Hits. Friday Music, $24.99. This is $24.99. $24.99 for Mark, Don, and Mel. Grand Funk Railroad. Friday Music reissue. That's like their greatest hits. $24.99. Paul Simon still available. So is the record I just showed. And let me see what else I got in here. Rod Stewart, Gasoline Alley, remastered reissue of the original 1970 album on Vertigo. $19.99 for Rod Stewart Gasoline Alley. Joe Sloop on, you know, these used 180 gram, not bad, because if Friday Music put out a 2 LP version of this right now in March or February, whatever month we're in, it would probably be like $59.99. This is $24.99. That's sold to Joe Sloop. Ryan's out on the Scorpions. Dwayne's at $50 on Scorpions Gold Ballads. $50. And the high bid on Joy Division is $33. Alice Lowry first to Paul Simon. That leaves Rod Stewart. Let me pull something out of the front up here. Supertramp, Breakfast in America. This is an OG. Just $24.99. Original inner sleeve, mint. It looks like he opened that new. When I say OG, this is not 180 gram. That's a vintage copy, probably from possibly late 70s or early 80s. $24.99 on Supertramp. Breakfast in America. Let me show another Paul Simon, one we don't get too often. This is a 180 gram reissue of The Rhythm of the Saints. The Rhythm of the Saints. Is that colored vinyl? It looks like it. It's kind of brownish, kind of brown colored vinyl almost. That is $24.99, Paul Simon. And we have, let me see what else we got in here. Savoy Brown. Savoy Brown line share. It has a white label promo on it, or it has a promo sticker. It's not a white label though. $19.99 on that. Joy Division $35. Final call on the Scorpions for $50. Final call for the Scorpions on $50. Michael, we've already sold Mark Don and Mel. Condition of Rod Stewart. This is 180 gram new, near mint, perfect copy. $19.99. Colin Butler first to Supertramp. Josh Duvall first on Paul Simon. And Still Crazy After All These Years is sold. All right. Josh Duvall's at $35 on Joy Division. If you're done bidding, please let me know. Josh has that for $35. Josh Duvall, and I'm about to sell the Scorpions for $50 as well. Simon and Garfunkel, Sounds of Silence. We Are Vinyl, 180 gram reissue, $19.99. Looks just like the original. Even has Sterling in the dead wax. $19.99 for Simon and Garfunkel, The Sounds of Silence. That's my favorite studio album of theirs from beginning to end. Richard Corey, Most Peculiar Man, April Come She Will, The Leaves That Are Green, Kathy's song, of course, The Sounds of Silence, and I'm a Rock. I think that's their best studio album. $19.99. Another Supertramp, Crisis. What Crisis? This is a vintage copy, $19.99, original inner sleeve, near mint and perfect, $19.99. Rich Group wants the Rod Stewart, and these two auctions are done. Josh Duvall gets Joy Division for $35, and Dwayne Sevilla gets the Scorpions Gold Ballads for $50. Those are sold and sold. Supertramp was the last record I showed. Let me figure out what I got else in this bin over here. Let's see here. Let's see. Quiet Right. Somebody asked for that. I've got another Wasp album. Aha. More metal. Quiet Riot. Metal Health. Quiet Riot. Metal Health. This is a $25 start. Really clean copy. Metal Health. VG Plus. This is a US OG. Yes, US OG. $25 start on Quiet Riot. Metal Health. And we have Wasp. Inside the Electric Circus. Really clean copy. That is extremely clean. That looks near mint. $35. Let's see what else is down in here. Looks like there's some extras. Let's see what we got going on here. First of all, I didn't put it back in its inner sleeve. We got an insert with it. Wasp is a $35 start. There's the insert. I guess it didn't come with an inner sleeve, or if it is, it's missing. We've put it in a new one there for you. And this is a 1986 Columbia House. This is a club copy. This is a club copy. The nice cover too. As you've seen, the vinyl was like new. Okay. The Smiths, I still got it. Actually, let me give it to Ed. Let's run the Discogs on this, Ed, so I know what I'm selling, because these Smiths albums get complicated. Here it is. Now it's going over to Ed for his evaluation. Okay. Edward Star Wars. Ed was first to Supertramp. Cameron, you were second asking the price. Quiet Right, 25, 35, 25, 25, 26, 25, 35, 40. I'm also calling out Wasp bids. Wasp, that is the inner sleeve. Okay, so that two-page flip was the inner sleeve. Thank you, Joseph. And Quite Right, 38. Quite Right, 38. Quite Right, 40. Wasp is at 45. No one took Simon & Garfunkel, even on my recommendation. How sad. We got another Supertramp, though, Even in the Quietest of Moments. This has the hit song, Give a Little Bit. $24.99 for Supertramp, Even in the Quietest of Moments. Nice, beautiful copy. $24.99 on Supertramp. What else we got in here? All right, I've got one more Rod Stewart, Never a Dull Moment. That's another 180-gram reissue, $19.99. Rod Stewart, Never a Dull Moment, $19.99. And I got two more Simon & Garfunkel albums. Parsley, Sage, Rosemary, and Thyme, We Are Vinyl, 180-gram remaster, $19.99. And this very nice Simon & Garfunkel historic 1981 concert, 2LP, 180-gram vinyl. That is $29.99, and it includes the booklet just like the original, Simon & Garfunkel Live. Quiet Right's at 50. Wasp is at 50. Walt Cruz wants Supertramp. And John Duran, you're first to Simon & Garfunkel. You got lucky, because as soon as you commented that, I showed two others. You can have Sounds of Silence, Parsley Sage, or Central Park. I've got those three available. That just leaves Rod Stewart, Never a Dull Moment, and Savoy Brown, Lion's Share. And those are $19.99. Let's get those sold to somebody. Even make an offer if you want to. John Duran wants Sounds of Silence. So that means these two Simon & Garfunkels are still left. And both auctions are still getting bids. Brad Moore wants Savoy Brown. That's sold to Brad Moore. The Central Park is $29.99. I just need to make sure I'm in the right price range on this. This is an 84 UK OG. And okay, I see it. Thank you. All right, let's go ahead. Actually, well, I'll put that up next. I just had to do a price check on it. The Central Park's $29.99. Kevin Willis wants Rod Stewart. And I guess I can do a final call on Quiet Right. Dan Triaga said out. Kevin Scott has that for $50. Really nice copy. $50 going twice, going three times. Ken Crooker is at $55 on the Wasp. Also really nice. The vinyl was near mint minus. Has the insert flip. If anybody wants Simon & Garfunkel and Simon & Garfunkel, let me know. Arthur's at $52 on Quiet Right. I'm going to put those over here with the couple other records that didn't sell from the last spin. All right, time for a new crate. I think I've got one more crate of new vinyl to go through. And then I'm going to probably go through, I don't know what we need to go through. We got a lot. We'll figure it out in just a second. Let me go over here and grab, I think that is the last, that green crate is a crate of new vinyl from, I actually need to go through, I do need to go through some stuff that was shown late last night, like the one that has white line in it. Where's that at? I've seen it around here somewhere. There it is. Rush. Yeah. Rob Zombie. I need to go through those. Any break? Yeah, we'll probably break at 9:30. Either 9:30 at 10 o'clock, we'll take a pause. We'll take a pause for sure. So Kevin Scott, you're out on Quiet Right, and Wasp is at 60 with Ken Crooker. Next, Elton John Diamonds. This is a 2LP Elton John Greatest Hits. And this one actually... This is $49.99. There's another one in here, but I got to make sure this was the right one. Elton John Diamonds, $49.99, 2LP. That is his greatest hits. Your Song, Rocket Man, Tiny Dancer. Of course, it goes on and on and on. That is $49.99, all the hits that man has. Stevie Ray Vaughan, In Step, the Music on Vinyl remaster. This is in the Colectco Hall of Fame. There's no telling how many of these I have sold. $38.99 for Stevie Ray Vaughan, In Step, Music on Vinyl remaster. Has my favorite Stevie Ray Vaughan song, Crossfire, on it. $38.99, especially when he's doing it live. Bob Marley and the Wailers, Exodus, $36.99 for Exodus. That's a Back to Black reissue. Nirvana, the Black Album, which is a compilation. Nirvana is $33.99. About a Girl, Sliver, Smells Like Teen Spirit, Come As You Are, Lithium in Bloom, Heart-Shaped Box, All Apologies, The Man Who Sold the World. That is $33.99. Kevin Scott wants a Stevie Ray Vaughan. Joe Valentine wants a Stevie Ray Vaughan. Rhonda says out on Wasp. So where does that put us? Ken Crooker is high bid at $65. Ken has that for $65. And Queensryche, Arthur, you're back out. Arthur Maldonado. Kevin Scott has it for 54. Nirvana, how about Guns N' Roses? They announced a huge tour. I think they're coming to Nashville and Knoxville. If you're local watching, $36.99 for Guns N' Roses. Appetite for Destruction, $36.99. Exodus is $36.99. So is Guns N' Roses. 2 copies of Michael Jackson Bad, $29.99. Bad is $29.99 for Michael Jackson Bad. XTC English Settlement, $46.99. Who was on the waiting list for this? White Akins. I finally got it in. XTC English Settlement. That's a 200-gram 2LP. That's 400 grams of vinyl. $46.99. Ken Crooker wants a Guns N' Roses. And I need to see if Arthur's out on Quite Right, but I'm also about to sell Wasp for $65. I'm about to sell both of those. Nirvana In Utero, $36.99 for Nirvana In Utero. And I have 1 copy of NWA Straight Outta Compton, $36.99. Guns N' Roses. Lies is not in print. That is a very difficult record to get. Not in print. Never been reissued. King Crimson, 200 gram of In the Court of the Crimson King, $36.99. Ryan Rice wants NWA. If anybody else wants one of those, let me know. Jerry Stone wants one. It will have to be a waiting list, though. Leonard Skinner, Live in Nebworth, 2LP and DVD. This was out of print for a long time. I have sold a ton of them lately. That's the classic, the original Leonard Skinner lineup, $49.99. Live at Nebworth, $49.99. All right, I've got to end these auctions, even if you had said in or out. Ken Crooker's at 65 on Wasp, sold. Kevin Scott is at 54 on Quiet Riot, sold. Jerry Stone and Joey Garland on the NWA waiting list. Let's put up another Dokken, and let's put up another Scorpions. This is actually a Japanese press that we didn't get from Japan. This actually came from the Dallas, not collection, but the Dallas hoard. It was a big hoard of records. This guy had like 29 copies of Physical Graffiti. This is called Scorpions. What is this? Early Hits. Early Hits. It does have the obi. It's not ripped. It's just attached. Well, I guess it is ripped. So has the obi but detached. It has the Virgin Killer cover on the front, which is not a pleasant sight. And this is a 1982 Japanese pressing of the Scorpions Early Hits. Near mint Japanese pressing. That is a $45 start. $45 start on the Scorpions. The obi's there, but it's detached. Oh, I forgot about the Smiths. Let me put Dokken on hold, and we'll run the Smiths. The Smiths, I've been calling it hateful and hatful. People have told me both ways. It's either hatful or hateful of hollow. It looks like hatful. This is a 1984 UK OG. 1984, Michael says hat. Hat full of hollow. I've had some people here live tell me hate. Has the hype sticker on it. 1984, UK press. It has the original inner sleeve. The vinyl is EX, almost near mint minus. And it is a gatefold. It's most definitely had. Okay, that helps me out a lot. Now, here's the problem with it. The cover has some water damage, as you can see. Actually, I don't think you can separate the gatefold. Yeah, you can try to, but it's really going to rip it. The gatefold is water damaged shut. We have cleaned off as much as we can on the front, and the vinyl has been very much cleaned, and it's very nice. This was probably a really nice record before it got damaged down here. The Smiths is a $35 start. Still, we don't get this too often at all. $35 start for that. $35 start for that. The Smiths Hatful of Hollow. That is an 84 UK pressing OG. All right, Chad Holder's in on the Scorpions at 45. Yes, King Crimson is new. King Crimson is new and sealed, 200 gram, $36.99. Let's see. Hatful seems to be better. Yes, I know. Hatful of Hollow is a British slang for stupid. Okay, so the name of the album is The Smiths Stupid. Jeremiah Lewis is in at 35. Crocus, Dirty Dynamite from Music on Vinyl, $46.99. Limited edition of 3,500 numbered copies on transparent red vinyl. That is $46.99 for Crocus, Dirty Dynamite. I've only ever had that a couple times. Talking Heads 77, $31.99. Talking Heads 77, $31.99. And we have a Rush, live unofficial. This is Spirit of the Airwaves, and this is on blue vinyl, live 1980 Missouri radio broadcast. So this is a live Rush unofficial, new, $39.99, has 2112, by Tor, Xanadu, Spirit of the Radio, Natural Silence, Working Man, Anthem, drum solo, great stuff. That is $39.99. $39.99. I have two of those. I also have a restock of XTC, Non-Such. Non-Such is $49.99 or No Such. Non-Such. Non-Such. And the waiting list for Non-Such was George Buchanan. George Buchanan. Okay, update on our auctions. We've got one bid each. Chad Holders at 45 on Scorpions. Chad Holders at 45 on Scorpions. Going twice, going 3 times. Jeremiah Lewis is the lone bidder on Smiths. Jeremiah Lewis is the lone bidder. It does have some serious cover damage. The vinyl's very clean. That is an OG. Jeremiah has that for 35. David and Marty on the live Rush unofficial. If anybody else wants those, let me know. And let's see here. We have Goodbye Yellow Brick Road, $48.99. The Rush was $39.99. $48.99 for Goodbye Yellow Brick Road. Chuck Wilson, or excuse me, I get those mixed up. Paul Brothers, I can tell when I see the profile pic. $50 on the Scorpions. How much is Talking Heads 77? Talking Heads 77 is $31.99. John Prine, The Tree of Forgiveness. John Prine's $31.99. And this may be a special request for somebody. I'm going to show it. If anybody wants one, let me know. This is Pink Trust Fall, $49.99. But I'm going to lay that over here with that other record because I think that was a special request for somebody. Joe Valentine wants Goodbye Yellow Brick Road, the new copy of that. Chad Holder, you're out on the Scorpions. And final call on the Smiths. Final call on the Smiths. Not a bad price. If this thing was mint, we'd probably be approaching triple digits on it by now. Sherry Darnell on John Prine. Sherry Darnell on John Prine. And James Lester, Talking Heads, was $31.99. I think I already took care of you on that. But one more time, let's go through this crate. Elton John, Diamonds, his greatest hits, $49.99. 2 copies left of Stevie Ray Vaughan, In Step, $38.99. Exodus, Bob Marley, $36.99. Exodus, $36.99. Brent Rabley's at $37 on the Smiths. Nirvana, the Black Album, $33.99. James Lester does want Talking Heads. Chad Holder, if you can hear me, let me know if you're in or out on Scorpions. I'm going to end that and put up the Docking record. Michael Jackson Bad, $29.99. Michael Jackson Bad, $29.99. Can you put back the Sublime? Jeremiah Lewis needs to put back the Sublime record. Yes, no problem. Thank you for being a not a conservative buyer. What's a responsible buyer? Yes, responsible buyer. XTC, $46.99, and Nirvana In Utero, $36.99. No, that Yellow Brick Road just has a huge. It has a huge spine on it. Has a huge spine. I'm in on the Scorpions. You are out on the Scorpions. Paul Brother has the high bid at $50. You are out. You are no longer the high bidder. Preston's at $39 on Smiths. Yeah, the last time we had some Smiths albums, like I told people, I just never get them. We never see them. We buy thousands of records. I never get Smiths records. I never ever. You missed NWA Straight Outta Compton. Leonard Skinner, Nebworth, $49.99. I got 2 of those. King Crimson, $36.99, 200 gram. Crocus, $46.99, and XTC, $49.99. All right, Scorpions. Let's go ahead and sell that to Paul Brothers then. Paul Brothers is sold on the Scorpions for, no, that was 50 because it was 45. Yeah, 50 on the Scorpions to Paul Brothers. Looks like the Smiths has picked up some heat. We're now at 40. And let's put up that Docking record. This is another top copy Docking. Top copy Docking. Back for the Attack. Original inner sleeve. USOG, yep, 1987. USOG, another one, really, really nice. Back for the Attack. Very, very nice. And this is a $45 start. $45 start on Dockin Back for the Attack. I thought I won that already. You probably won Dockin Tooth and Nail. This is a different one. Dockin 50, 45, 50. All right. Smith's is at 40. No, actually, Brent Rabley was in first at 40. Journey, you were second. Brent Rabley has this for 40. Multiple bids already on Dockin. No Smiths. No, we have not ended the Smiths record yet. It was not ended. I was doing a final call on that last time, and then we had like 4 new bidders. Dockin 55, now 60. The Smiths have got bids. The Smiths album received bids before I called it sold. Okay. Now, what do we have here? Let me see what's in this crate. Oh my gosh. I got another crate from the Murfreesboro collection. Let me go grab that. Y'all are going to like that stuff? Absolutely. Right, Tanner? Wow, Tanner didn't say anything back. What's going on? Oh, you said, yep, my bad. I was like, are you alive? Also, oh yeah, I forgot about this stuff over here. Let me show this. Oh my gosh. I meant to post this on the hot video or hot picture. Should we put up an OG John Lee Hooker? What do you think, Ed?
Yes.
Ed said yes. Should we put up a Soundgarden?
Yes.
Okay, Ed has said yes to both. I'm bringing them with me then. This is a heavy crate. Seth, I can outlift you in anything. We all know this. All right. Smith's 42, Dockin 58, Smith's 42, Smith's 45, Smith's 48. Van Halen Balance is tomorrow. Van Halen's Balance is tomorrow. Punk Stuff tomorrow. Punk Stuff tomorrow. Let me show you a couple teasers. You know, I took pictures of these last night and forgot to post them. John Lee Hooker, Smashing Pumpkins, this very tough to get Donald Fagen album, and Soundgarden. Which one do y'all want to see first? Require a super chat, yeah. Van Halen Balance tomorrow. Tomorrow. Expect to pay in the $500 range, okay? You said you had sold to Jeremiah, and 35 comment, I need to return to Sublime. I don't think I ever said sold. I don't think I ever said sold. I may have done a final call, but I don't think I ever did say sold on that. I'm almost positive. I think that's why people kept bidding or started bidding. So, Brent Rabley's out. Preston Rogers has it for $50. Dawkins at $60. And I'm going to put up some new auctions as soon as these wrap up. So, we have, yeah, I never did say sold on the Smiths. I never did say sold. Dockin Back for the Attack. High bid on this is Calvin Ward at $60. Dockin Back for the Attack is at $60. This is a near mint, beautiful OG copy. $60. Yeah, I never did say sold. I think I started talking about it because I was just reminding everybody what the bid was. And now the high bid is Journey Fernandez at $55. Journey Fernandez has that for $55. So that's the current high bid on that. And the current high bid on Dockin is at $60. Back to this crate. Styx, or let's start this crate. Styx Miracles, $19.99 for Styx Miracles, $19.99. Styx Miracles, $19.99. Let me see what else I got in here. I got lots of Styx albums. Let me go ahead and show Squeeze. Squeeze is a vintage or OG copy. East Side Story, This is $19.99. That has their hit song Tempted. This looks like he opened it and never did. This is like he opened it and never did play it. $19.99.
I think he's getting confused when you picked up the album and said we sold it different. Picked it up and said we sold.
Yeah, I moved the Smiths over here, but I picked up a Dawkins.
You picked that up and said we just sold it.
Yeah.
Pre-auction early.
Yeah, I'm not for sure. I know I didn't call it sold, though. Smiths is at 57 with Preston Rogers. Rhonda's out on Dawkins. And Calvin Ward still has that for 60. Okay. Let's see here. So, yeah, we had Sticks and Squeeze. Sticks and Squeeze. It looks like we're in another S box. I'm trying not to show too many of the same artists at the same time. Sunvolt. Sunvolt is $49.99. Trace, 20th anniversary edition. Sunvolt Trace, and that's his $49.99. Okay, that might have been. I might have been selling a Dawkins. Okay, I can't remember. Sunvolt Trace, $49.99. That's sold to Patrick Carter. That's sold to Patrick Carter. And trying to keep these in order. Cat Stevens, T for the Tillerman. T for the Tillerman, $19.99 for Cat Stevens. T for the Tillerman, $19.99. That's 180 gram reissue. Squeeze was a vintage copy, and Sticks, Miracles. And I think that's Man of Miracles, and they just called it Miracles because they did these alternate artwork reissues, $19.99. So Patrick Carter got Sunvolt. That was $49.99. High bid on the Smiths is Journey Fernandez at $60. And I can go ahead and sell Dawkins for $60 to Calvin Ward. And I think that's who won the last Dawkins. That's sold to Calvin Ward for $60 as well. Clay Moore gets Sticks, MM, Miracles. That's sold to Clay Moore. Let's see here. We have Santana, Z-Bop. Santana Z-Bop, $14.99. Like new, as in I think he just opened it. $14.99 Santana Z-Bop. Next Sticks is Kilroy Was Here, $24.99. That's a 180 gram remaster of Sticks. Kilroy Was Here, $24.99. Journey is now the high bidder on Smiths at $60. Journey has the high bid of the Smiths for $60. $60. And let me figure out what I've got in our next auction. Possibly auction over here. Wow, a Violent Films album. I think yeah, we always put these up for auction. Yeah, let's auction this metal compilation. Metal Mania. Metal Mania is a $20 start. Really clean, near mint minus vinyl. Metal Mania is got Fastway, Mountain, Heaven, Frank Marino, Michael Bolton, Joe Perry Project, Loverboy, Tommy Bolin, Blue Oyster Cult, Judas Priest, and Aerosmith. This is a $20 start for Metal Mania compilation. That's a $20 start. Next on the Sticks was Dan Triaga. Dan Triaga, I've got you down for Sticks. Let me skip ahead so we can show a couple more. Carlos Santana, Havana Moon. Carlos Santana is $14.99. Carlos Santana is $14.99. Tom Tom Club. Tom Tom Club, the good, the bad, and the funky. First time on vinyl, limited edition colored vinyl. The Tom Tom Club is $24.99. Metal Mania is at $20. Metal Mania is at $25. Final call on the Smiths. Journey Fernandez has that for $60. Journey Fernandez has that for $60. Let me see what I can jump ahead and pull. Grand Funk Railroad, Caught in the Act. Grand Funk Railroad, $19.99. That's a 2LP OG live album, near mint condition. Grand Funk Railroad, Caught in the Act, $19.99. Calvin Ward's at $25 on the Metal Mania compilation. This looks like it is new condition. $25 on that. Michael Garland, first on GAR. I think that was for Grand Funk Railroad, maybe. Is that right, Michael Garland? If so, that's sold to you. Thank you, and you may be a first-time buyer as well. And let's go ahead and sell the Smiths. This is sold to Journey Fernandez for $60. That's sold to Journey Fernandez for $60. Okay. I found this in the back. We found a whole crate of blues records, original blues records from the Dallas collection. I plan on ultrasonically cleaning this. This is a 1962 mono John Lee Hooker. 1962 mono John Lee Hooker. OG, not a repress. This is the real deal 62 mono. It looks like a lot of blues records does from that era. It has stray marks. It has nothing I can feel. I plan on cleaning it. I dropped it for a couple seconds without cleaning it and did a test play. It didn't sound too bad at all. This is one of those usually deep groove mono pressings from Chess. 1962 mono. And I don't know. I mean, you look at them. I think all the ones listed on Discogs are like good, fair. This one, I'm going to call it, the way it looks cosmetically, a VG. I think it plays more like a VG Plus or even better. And this is John Lee Hooker, Plays and Sings the Blues, 1962 mono press. I'm pretty sure that's the original inner sleeve that came with it. And then here's another bonus. The cover is very nice. No spine chipping. It has a little bit of a seam split right here at the bottom. Nothing along the top, and the cover is actually really nice and bright on the back. This is going to be a $150 start. John Lee Hooker, Plays and Sings the Blues. Chess, 1962 mono, $150 start. John Lee Hooker. Okay, Metal Mania, final call, $25 to Calvin Ward. I'm about to sell that. Styx Cornerstone, 1999. Styx Cornerstone, 1999. Styx Cornerstone, 1999. Styx Crystal Ball, that's in shrink wrap, 1999. Styx Crystal Ball, very nice copy, 1999. Got another Cat Stevens, Teaser and the Fire Cat, extremely nice copy. It is 180 gram remaster, and it looks like it's brand new. And I meant to say more so, nice copy, as in this has great sound quality to it. $24.99. Teaser and the Fire Cat. Chip Hall wants both the sticks. Chip Hall wants both the sticks. Let's go ahead and sell Metal Mania to Calvin Ward for $25. 61 mono. Maybe 61. Yes, maybe 61. Kevin, I just sold Metal Mania. Okay, this Donald Fagen album is out of print. It's called Morph the Cat. 2 LP. Donald Fagen, Morph the Cat. Donald Fagen from Steely Dan. This is another one. Not easy to get. Donald Fagen. It has one little corner bump right here. It's been out of print. I didn't even know this existed. $125 start for Donald Fagen, Morph the Cat, 2 LP. Brent Raveley's in on John Lee Hooker at $150. Donald Fagen's $125 start. Styx, Pieces of 8. This is also a Friday Music, 180 gram remaster, $19.99. And Carlos Santana, Blues for Salvador. Carlos Santana, Blues for Salvador, $14.99. Near mint record. Very, very nice. Carlos Santana, Lotus. And this is the RTI press, 4 LP, $99.99. $99.99. Carlos Santana, Lotus, 4 LP, RTI press, $99.99. Jeff McIntosh, DF25. What was that? Donald Fagen was I think I said $150 start. Jason Dobb first on Crystal Ball. Jason Dobb first on Crystal Ball. I don't think I pulled that. Yes, I've already sold that one. Okay, final call on the John Lee Hooker, 1961 mono. Final call. Final call. $150. Santana Supernatural. Santana Supernatural is $39.99. I had no idea this album. How many times platinum? This album by Santana is 15 times platinum. I had no idea. This one came out in 1990. When did this one come out? 1999. $19.99. Santana Supernatural. Had no idea. This is 180 gram. This is from 2019, 20-year anniversary, $39.99. And that is sold to Brian Hummel. Chip Hall wants pieces of 8. Chip Hall on pieces of 8. Chris DeMoss, second on Santana. Clint Howard, third. And what do we have next? Let me skip. I got a bunch of Santana in here. Actually, the next 7 here is Santana. Stone Temple Pilots, purple, $34.99. Stone Temple Pilots, purple, $34.99. Let's go ahead and sell John Lee Hooker. That is sold to Brent Rabley, $150. Lone bidder, Early Blues Treasure, sold. Donald Fagen, I'm looking for a $125 start. I'm going to lay that over here for your consideration. $125 start on that. So, yeah, Supernatural reached #1 in 11 countries. I had no idea they had an album out in the 90s that was that successful until I was pricing that one last night and I saw the hype sticker. I was thinking it was going to be 15-time platinum artist, not a 15-time platinum album. Let's see. What do we have here? Mitch Fuller on Stone Temple Pilots. And let's do the other Tom Tom Club I have. Boom, Boom, Chi Boom Boom. That is $24.99. That's an OG copy of the Tom Tom Club. Tom Tom Club, $24.99. Okay, over here we've got an anniversary pressing of Soundgarden. Bad Motorfinger. Has a lenticular cover. Hope y'all can see that. This is Soundgarden, Bad Motorfinger, 25th anniversary. First ever 2LP 180 gram audiophile vinyl. Features collectible etched image on side 4. Of course, download card, which probably isn't active anymore. So this is the first ever 2LP version of Soundgarden Super Unknown. That is a $65 start. $65 start on Soundgarden Super Unknown. That's also from the Murfreesboro collection. So is that. Mitch got STP, Mike Massey first to Tom Tom Club. Let's see here. What do we have here? David Gray, White Ladder. David Gray is $19.99. David Gray, White Ladder, $29.99. Arthur's at $65 on Soundgarden. I'm going to show some more Santana. If you want any of these Santana albums, please comment the name of the album and not Santana. I'm going to go ahead and show the rest of them. Freedom, in shrink wrap with hype sticker, featuring the hit Veracruz, $19.99 on Santana. Santana Amigos, that is a Friday music pressing, $29.99. And then we have Santana In Search of Mona Lisa. That one's $19.99. Carlos Santana with Buddy Miles. That's an OG in shrink wrap with the original banner that came on it. $19.99. And Santana Welcome. $39.99. This is a Friday music. This is a Friday music audiophile pressing. $39.99. Super Unknown. Bad Motorfinger. Sorry. Bad Motorfinger. Let's see. Soundgarden 65, Soundgarden 70. Mark Shelton on DG. DG was for David Gray. That's sold to Mark Shelton. Patrick Carter second. And Brian C. on Buddy. That was Carlos Santana with Buddy Miles. All right. If anybody wants Donald Fagen, it is a $125 buy it now. If anybody wants Donald Fagen, $125 buy it now. It is available if anybody wants it. Let's see. That's the only thing that has not got a bid, and the Ghost soundtrack. The Ghost soundtrack is a $35 buy it now from earlier. 1990, South Korea. $35 buy it now on that. Okay. Santana 4, $29.99. I thought I recognized some of these guys, and I started looking. Carlos Santana, of course. Neil Sean, Greg Raleigh, Michael Shreve, $29.99. Of course, some of those people have always been in Santana, but $29.99 for Santana 4. Soundgarden, Rhonda is at $70. Rhonda's at $70 on Soundgarden, Bad Motorfinger, 25th anniversary edition. Stone Temple Pilots Core, $24.99 for Stone Temple Pilots Core, $24.99. Brian C., I've already pulled that. Sherry Darnell on the Ghost soundtrack. Tanner, that's a $35 buy it now. Dan Triaga on STP. And let me grab another auction. Let me see what I can come up with. Where's the crate I was going through originally tonight? Right here. Let's see what I got. I still got those JDC mixers, but I don't have them tagged. Except Russian roulette. Is this the red? No, this is the OG. Except Russian roulette, $25 start for except Russian roulette, 1986, $25 start on that. Soundgarden is not sealed. No, Soundgarden is not sealed. Tom Tom Club, close to the bone. Tom Tom Club, $24.99. Tom Tom Club, this is a limited edition white vinyl pressing. The Dance Pop Classic, Talking Heads, limited edition white vinyl, featuring Chris France and Tina Weymouth of Talking Heads. That's on white vinyl. That is $34.99. And then Talking Heads, RTI pressing, 180 gram, $34.99 of Speaking in Tongues, $34.99. Jeff, you're first to Tom Tom Club. I have Close to the Bone and what was this one? This is self-titled? Yeah, that one's self-titled. Let me know if you want that one. Talking Heads, David Gilmour, Rattle That Lock. $29.99 for David Gilmour, Rattle That Lock. All right, final call on Soundgarden. Rhonda has that for $70. Going twice, going three times. Looking for a $25 start on Accept. Looking for a $25 start on Accept. I was waiting for the David Gilmour comments. Preston Rogers, Stephen Chesney, then Brad Moore. I have another one, but let me skip it for right now. And I'm going to show you Government Mule. This is $34.99. Government Mule, and this is called SCO Mule, featuring John Schofield. Yeah, SCO Mule. Government Mule featuring John Schofield. SCO Mule, $34.99. All righty. Government Mule sold to Chip Hall. Preston Rogers was second. Okay, we got to alter the rules for this few. I think I've got 5 or 6 Government Mule albums. So I'm going to take the name of the album, and I'm going to try to figure out what the name of the album is before I show it to you. Let me go ahead and show David Gilmour. On an Island, $39.99. David Gilmour, On an Island, $39.99. David Gilmour, On an Island, $39.99. Jeff McMaster wants Tom Tom Club self-titled. Sold. All right, let's go ahead and sell Soundgarden. That is sold to Rhonda for $70. If anybody wants Accept, it's $25. If anybody wants Accept, Russian Roulette, $25. And Preston Rogers is first to David Gilmour. Preston Rogers first to David Gilmour. Stephen Chesney second, Angela Chesney third. Adam Stein wants Talking Heads, the RTI pressing of Speaking in Tongues. That's sold to Adam Stein. And I think we got a Government Mule. This one is, yeah, Dark Side of the Mule. I think it's their cover of Dark Side or Pink Floyd songs. $34.99 for Government Mule. Dark Side of the Mule. Dark Side of the Mule. What do we have here? We have a copy of Love Gun and Gene Simmons. Let's see here. And Led Zeppelin. We got that on it. All right, yeah. All right, let me put up 2 auctions and I'm going to quick buy it now. Dark Side of the Mule, that's sold to Brad Moore. Dark Side of the Mule is sold to Brad Moore. Chip Hall was second. Brent Rabley third. Preston fourth. Jared says, can I trade the Accept for the one I bought last night? Last night, Jared bought a red vinyl Accept. He wants to trade it out for this OG. Just go ahead and do that. $25 for that. David Gilmour's debut solo album has never been reissued. Adam Stein passes on the Talking Heads. Okay, first auction. This is a 1977 Santa Maria press of Love Gun. Let me see what we got going on here. This is going to be a $45 start. $45 start, 1977 Santa Maria press. Looks like it has a stamp, like a rubber stamp of a record store right there on the cover. And I was going to see, making sure the gun wasn't hidden anywhere. I don't see any gun. EX on the vinyl, 1977 Love Gun. $45 start on Kiss Love Gun. $45 start. Original inner sleeve, no gun. It is a 77 press. While we're doing classic rock, let's go ahead and roll an OG Song remains the same. Nice copy. I think I usually talk about how these are hard to find in really good condition. This one don't have a lot of wear on the front. Not a lot of wear at all. This is a US copy, and it is very nice looking. Has the original black inner sleeves. Has the gatefold, of course, with the flip book. And that is a $55 start. Led Zeppelin. $45 start on Kiss. If anybody wants Talking Heads, it's going back in the bin. So remember, if you want the Government Mule albums, comment the name of the album, please. The name of the album. Dub Side. Dub Side of the Mule, Government Mule, $34.99. Dub Side of the Mule, $34.99. Deja Voodoo. Deja Voodoo, Government Mule. That's also $39.99. Government Mule, Deja Voodoo. And Heavy Load Blues. Heavy Load Blues, $39.99. Heavy Load Blues, $39.99. And the Stoned Side, I think that's Government Mule doing Rolling Stone songs, $49.99. Okay, I showed about 3 or 4 there. Brent Rabley was first to the Dub Side. Preston looks like he was second. Brent was first to Deja, and Brent was first to Heavy and Stones. That was a sweep. That was a sweep of the Government Mule albums. Chad Holder's at 60 on Led Zeppelin. Still looking for a $45 start on Kiss. I think I've got a few more. What do I have here? No, Warren Haynes, Man in Motion, $44.99. Warren Haynes, Man in Motion, $44.99. $44.99. Man in Motion. I think that's another one, so let me skip that. Yep. Garbage. Garbage is $24.99. Garbage is $24.99. Brian Hummel on Warren Haynes. Chris Crowley, you were second on the Stone side. Phil, you were second on Warren Haynes. Garbage is $24.99. And PJ Harvey, Rid of Me. PJ Harvey, $24.99. Rid of Me, $24.99 for PJ Harvey. Mark Shelton's back in on Led Zeppelin at 62. Final call if anybody wants to get in on the Kiss. Mark Shelton was first to PJ Harvey. Journey, you were second. And I've got one more Warren Haynes album. That's Warren Haynes' Ashes and Dust featuring Railroad Earth, $34.99. Brian needs to put back Santana Supernatural. There was a lot of people next on that. Let me figure out who was next. Let's see. Let me find Brian's comment. That might be up a little bit further. That might be hard to find of all the Santanas I found. All right. If anybody wants that Santana album, first come, first serve. I have no idea who was second. That's Santana Supernatural. Just like I'm showing it again. So Mark was first to PJ Harvey, Journey second, Tony third, Chuck Wilson fourth, and Brent Rabley first to Warren Haynes, Thomas Steyer first to Garbage, and Mark Shelton first to Santana. Mark Shelton first to Santana. Okay, so where are we at on Led Zeppelin? Song remains the same. Mark Shelton's at $62. If anybody wants Kiss Love Gun, this is a $45 buy it now for Kiss Love Gun. $45 buy it now for Kiss Love Gun, if anybody wants that. Arthur, Garbage is already sold. Let's go through this crate one more time. Quite a bit of stuff still left in here. Adam says he'll take Morph the Cat. That was from Donald Fagen. Nicholas Elfrink is at 65 on Led Zeppelin. Now, I posted that Siamese Dream. Let me make a couple announcements right quick. Make sure everybody's in our group because I see some new buyers tonight. Right here's our group, Whole Lot of Records. Look at some of the stuff I've posted for pre-order and new restocks. We're getting a restock of Siamese Dream, $99.99. We've already sold several. Pre-order for Overkill. Pre-order for Pussifer. I posted box sets on sale. Dark Side of the Moon book. Eric Church restock. Rush Signals. Overkill pre-order. The other Smashing Pumpkins restock. A lot of these, we're almost sold out of these. I think after I check comments, I think all the Melancholies are spoken for. We may have 1 or 2 extra. And then we have a few Siamese Dream. Let's see here. Yeah, so far I've got about 10 of those left. So make sure, those should be in tomorrow. Make sure you've commented there or let us know live. Plus, we took down a couple names live tonight. Make sure I didn't miss anything out. Adam Stein wants Morph the Cat. That was $125. Did I already hand that to you, Adam Stein? Okay, Adam, we got that. The Talking Heads, give me 1 second on that. Details on Love Gun. Balance is tomorrow night. Balance is tomorrow night. Led Zeppelin's at 70. Led Zeppelin 72. I don't have any more Overkill box sets. I have lots of Rush Signals. Everybody will be getting one. I have lots of those. I do have Dokken. We've auctioned off a lot of Dokken tonight. I do have Dokken box sets. I do have Dokken box sets. All right, here's what's left in this bin. Squeeze, East Side Story. Squeeze is $19.99. That has Tempted. T for the Tillerman, Cat Stevens. Where do the children pray? Where do the children play? Wild World, Sad Lisa, Father and Son, On the Road to Find Out. That is $19.99. Santana Z-Bop is $14.99. Do you care to grab a Dokken box set, Ed? And a Led Zeppelin box set. And an Alan Parsons box set. That's some stuff that people hadn't seen in a long time. Rich Group says the other Tom Tom Club. There was, let me see what was left, Rich. He wants this one right here. Rich Group wants this Tom Tom Club close to the bone. That's sold to Rich Group, $24.99. Santana. Carlos Santana, Havana Moon, $14.99. Tom Tom Club, The Good, the Bad, and the Funky, and that's a Record Store Day colored vinyl. That is $24. That's our last Tom Tom Club. Cat Stevens, Teaser and the Firecat, $24.99. Carlos Santana, Blues for Salvador. He wants the funky one. He wants this one here I just showed. That's sold to Rich Group. Santana Lotus. This is a high-quality pressing, very desirable album. Lotus, 4LP. This is the RTI pressing of that, $99.99. Final call on Led Zeppelin. My feed don't go up that high. I think it's, who's at $70, Tanner, on the Led Zeppelin? I can't recall. Journey Fernandez has Led Zeppelin for $70. I think Mark may have already said out. Nicholas is at 72. All right, so if you're bidding on Led Zeppelin, please go ahead and bid again so it's on my screen because I had to swap off and I've lost the comments. So this Tom Tom Club is still available, $24.99. Santana Freedom, $19.99. Santana Amigos, $29.99. In Search of Mona Lisa, $19.99. Santana Welcome, $39.99. Santana 4, $29.99. And then Talking Heads, Speaking in Tongues, RTI 180 gram remaster, $34. All right, Led Zeppelin, 73, 72, 75. Fred Carnell wants Squeeze. Sorry, I missed that the first time. And Sherry Darnell wants Santana 4. Sherry Darnell wants Santana 4. Brent Hall takes the Talking Heads. Now, we have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, you know what, Brent? Somebody asked about Talking Heads earlier. I want to make sure whoever that was first gets their dibs because they asked which one was left. And I think it was Paul Brothers. And he just also claimed it. He asked earlier which one it is, and I think I told him, let me get to it. So he may have dibs on that, I'm pretty sure. So if Paul wants it, that is his. If not, Brent Hall's. I was going to say, if anybody wants to show interest in a Santana bundle, including the Carlos Santana solo albums, let me know, because that's all Santana albums. I will sell those in a bundle price. I'll do a pretty big discount to sell them all. Tom Tom Club, that's still available. And then if anybody wants the 2 Cat Stevens, I'll do those 20 and 15. I'll do $10 off, $35 for both of them. Great music there. Those are 180 gram remasters. Brent, or Paul says go ahead and give it to Brent. Nicholas Elfrink is at 75 on the Led Zeppelin. Brent said good night earlier, but he said, hold up a minute. How much on the bundle? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. If you're buying all of these, I'll do $5 off each record. My bad, I pulled out the Tom Tom Club. So let's add that up. That's a big discount too. 10, 20, 30, let's see, 125, 125, 130, 140, 165, 170, 180, $190, $220. $220, that's $5 off each record. Of course, half of that is for the Lotus. $220. Santana bundle. Cat Stevens, 30 for both of those, and I have one Tom Tom Club album left, $24.99. Love Gun. Love Gun is a 1977 Santa Maria press. It's a $45 buy it now. It does have the inner sleeve, but no inserts. EX Plus on the vinyl. Not a bad copy, but also not pristine. $45 buy it now on that. Brent says 200, and I'm out of here. Sold. Santana bundle, Brent Rabley, $200. Now he can go to sleep. He'll be back for part 2. Don't you worry. He'll be back for part 2. Final call on Led Zeppelin. Led Zeppelin's at $75 with Nicholas Elfrink. Mark said he's out, so I think that's the final call. And I have 3 records there I can't find a home for. That's unfortunate. All right, quick buy it now. How about some OG BOC? OG BOC, $34.99. Agents of Fortune. Agents of Fortune, OG BOC. $34.99. Couple quick buy nows. This is some stuff I was going to auction, but we're just never going to get to it. So there's number 1, $34.99. Brent Hall, first of that. Tanner, that was $34.99. All right, couple box sets. This is a Mobile Fidelity one-step of Alan Parsons' project, I, Robot. Unbelievable. $124.99. MoFi Ultra Disc one-step, limited to 10,000. $124.99. They're numbered on the back. Those are $124.99. I have a Led Zeppelin Mothership. Led Zeppelin Mothership. 4LP, $139.99. This is Led Zeppelin, the very best of Led Zeppelin. Amazing packaging. Has a booklet with it. 4LP. It has all of their biggest and best songs on it. If you're Jimmy Page, he picked out these. I don't know. I don't think you can have a Led Zeppelin greatest hits, but they managed to capture a few. Good Times, Bad Times, Communications Breakdown, Dazed and Confused, Babe, I'm Gonna Leave You. They did it in chronological order too. Whole Lot of Love, Ramble On, Heartbreaker, Immigrant Song, Since I've Been Loving You, Rock and Roll, Black Dog, When the Levee Breaks, Stairway to Heaven. The song remains the same. Over the Hills and Far Away, Dire Maker, No Quarter, Trampled Underfoot, Houses of the Holy, fantastic. Kashmir, fantastic. Nobody's Fault But Mine, fantastic. Achilles' Last Stand, epic. In the Evening, amazing. And All of My Love, that is $139.99. Led Zeppelin 4LP Mothership. Those are out of print forever. All right, Nicholas, you get the Song Remains the Same for $75. You get the Song Remains the Same for $75. The Led Zeppelin Mothership is $139.99, and the whole reason I'm showing that is because I wanted to show the Dokken box sets. The Dokken box sets are $159.99. Dokken, the Elektra albums, that's 5 LPs. That's 4 albums, which is Breaking the Chains, Tooth and Nail, Under Lock and Key, and Back for the Attack. Those 4 albums, that's a 4 LP. I guess Back for the Attack is 2 LPs, yeah. That's $159.99. Brent Hall wants a Mothership, and so does Stephanie Lynn. So does Stephanie Lynn. So those are sold and sold. Great decision. So our last 3 records we sold are Mothership. And Ed, I need another one for somebody who claimed one in the group. I'll look up their name, but just so we don't forget. And also that Japan box set is sold to Mike Massey for sticker price, $64.99. It's on the top shelf next to Hendrix. That's sold to Mike Massey. To your left, Japan. Right there. Oh, you almost touched it. Yes, that's it. All right, does anybody else want a Mothership? Let's go till 10 o'clock, and then we'll take a break. So let me show a few more things. I've got new vinyl that you probably have not seen before. So let me show that crate right now. Let me show that crate right now. I have some new vinyl I showed late last night. Some of it you may have already seen before. Some of it you may not have. Miles Davis Bitches Brew, 2 LP, $39.99. I've got just a couple copies left of Rob Zombie Hellbelly Deluxe. Rob Zombie is $39.99. 2 copies of Pantera Far Beyond Driven, colored vinyl, Pantera, $24.99. Alice in Chains Live colored vinyl, $24.99. This is an unofficial press, $24.99. Mad Season Above, 2LP, of course. Not music on vinyl. This is the RTI pressing, just a regular Sony Legacy label, $44.99. Rush in Rio. Rush in Rio is $119.99. Not Godsmack, Coldplay. Godsmack, Lighting Up the Sky, $31.99. One of my last copies of the red vinyl, John Lee Hooker Burning, $36.99. Red vinyl, John Lee Hooker Burning, $36.99. I've just got 2 copies left. Oh Brother, Where Art Thou, $44.99. Oh Brother, Where Art Thou, $44.99. And White Line, When the Children Cry. This is demos and rarities from 1983 to 1989 on purpled marbled vinyl. White Line is $29.99. Can we get a couple treasures from tomorrow night? Yeah, let me see what else I can put up for auction. Does anybody want a Dawkins or Alan Parsons? Okay, so I'm selling Siamese Dreams for $99.99 new. I listened to this one last night. It's a used copy. I'll do it for $84.99. It's like new. This is from that Murfreesboro collection. $84.99 for Siamese Dream. If not, I think I'll keep it because I don't think I have a copy of this. I may have a copy. I'm not for sure. But $84.99. Sold to Dwayne Sevilla. So go ahead and tag that for $85 for Dwayne. And then back up to the top, let's go ahead and pull out Rob Zombie for Joey Garland. Rhonda wants a Far Beyond Driven. If anybody else is looking for any other Panteras, let me know which titles, and I probably have them. John Lee Hooker for John Ambrosic and Chris DeMoss. I think I've got more in this bin right here. I may have one more. Yep, here's one more John Lee Hooker. If you missed it earlier, I've got Rush, Caress of Steel. This is one of the Rush titles that came back in stock this week. This is $36.99, Caress of Steel. Okay, so John Lee Hooker, I've already pulled one, right, for John. There's Chris DeMoss. Gloria Bowers on the Oh Brother, Where Art Thou. Chip Hall said he would give $35 for Love Gun. Chip, I will split that with you, and I'll sell that to you for $40. Dwayne got Smashing Pumpkins. Break is at 10 o'clock. Neil Smith, the Alan Parsons, is the single LP, 33 1/3, One Step from Mobile Fidelity Sound Lab, $124.99. Sherry Darnell on Miles Davis. Sherry Darnell on Miles Davis. That was Bitches Brew. Francis Drennan on Oh Brother, Where Art Thou. And where was, let's see. And Dwayne, he's off the waiting list. He'll take a used copy and pass on one of the new ones. So I will make sure you get taken off on that. Okay, what do we got? That was a pretty good crate. So one more time. Rush, Caress of Steel, $36.99. I have just 1 or 2 left of these white lines, $29.99. Godsmack, Lighting Up the Sky, $31.99. Rush and Rio, $119.99. Rush and Rio, $119.99. Mad Season, I have sold hundreds of these, different pressings. That is $44.99. Alice in Chains, of course, Pantera, and Rob Zombie. Alrighty, let me see what else I've got over here. I've got some crates in the vicinity here that I need to show from last night. That's the new Godsmack album. Let me move this cart a little so I can grab a new crate. Do you have the, this might be them right here. Yes, let me go through this crate. Aha! I've been showing these. Smashing Pumpkins is $99.99 and $199.99. $199.99 for Melancholy, $99.99 for Siamese. Black Sabbath, Master of Reality, $34.99. Black Sabbath, Master of Reality, $34.99. I have 2 copies of Beck Guralito. Beck Guralito is $44.99. That's a 2LP of Beck Guralito, $44.99. We had a lot of Beck. A lot of them are in here. The Cult, Pure Cult, the singles, 1984 to 1995. That is $39.99. We sold a used copy earlier. There is a new sealed Bob Seger system, $33.99 for the Bob Seger system. 2 copies of The Clash, London Calling. The Clash is $39.99, London Calling. And Beck Colors. Beck Colors is $33.99. David Bowie, Ziggy Stardust, and the Spiders from Mars, $31.99. Miles Davis, Sketches of Spain, that's a mono RTI pressing, $29.99. Kevin Cabina on the Clash, that's sold to Kevin. Beck Hyperspace, $33.99 for Beck Hyperspace, and I have a limited amount of these left. I've actually got 2, 4, 5 copies of Candlebox, self-titled. This is the colored vinyl, limited edition for Music on Vinyl. I don't know how I was able to get these, but I did. This hadn't been printed in like years when they initially did that on colored vinyl, $59.99. James Bragg on Ziggy Stardust, James Bragg on Cinderella, and Kevin Cabina also needs on the Cowboys from Hell if I wasn't on the wait list. Will do. Errol Smith, Get a Grip, $49.99. Johnny Burnett, Rock and Roll Trio. Johnny Burnett is $28.99. And the Cars, Candy O, and that's limited edition clear vinyl. The Cars is $29.99. Dennis Nilsson wants a copy of The Clash, London Calling. The Clash, London Calling. The Clash, London Calling. Candlebox repress from last year. Might still be doing it. Well, I've only been able to get them on black vinyl. That's what's weird. And usually, if it's a new release, you know, they post a pre-order as in they're pressing in a different color. So it just kind of popped up. So I thought it was a warehouse find, but I really don't know. But I just knew when I looked it up, there was none for sale in the U.S. and they had sold as high as $108 sealed. The Clash Combat Rock, $33.99. Beck Morning Phase, $36.99. The Beatles for sale, $36.99. I have not put up any Japanese, but I plan to do that during part 2, David. Part 2, which we're going to break here at 10 o'clock. Beck Mutations, $49.99 for Beck Mutations. The Cult Sonic Temple, $39.99. Canned Heat, Living the Blues, pink and yellow vinyl, $44.99. Canned Heat, pink and yellow vinyl, Living the Blues. Clash, I've already pulled that. Sherry Darnell wants Beck Colors. Beck Colors to Sherry Darnell. That one was back here. That's sold to Sherry Darnell. Gloria Bowers on the Beatles for sale. Yvette Vergara on Beck Mutations. That includes a bonus single. Brent Hall, hold on a second. Dennis Nilsson first to Combat Rock, The Clash. Let me find that. It's in here somewhere. That looks like it right there. That's sold to Dennis Nilsson. Brent Hall was first to Canned Heat. Sherry Darnell, I'll put you on a waiting list if you're okay for that. They'll be here next week. I was going to keep one myself. That has their hit song, Going Up the Country. One copy of The Cult left. Adele 19, $29.99. The Black Crowes 1972, $28.99. And the Black Crowes Crowology, $74.99. 10th anniversary gold vinyl, $74.99. And Carole King live at the BBC 1971. That's Carole King live in concert, $28.99. $28.99. With special appearance by a guy named James Taylor. You may have heard of him before. Okay, so one more time. Here's what's left in that crate. Black Sabbath, Beck, Cult, Bob Seger, Ziggy Stardust, David Bowie, Miles Davis, RTI pressing, Beck Hyperspace, 4 copies of Candlebox left. They'll be gone before Saturday. Errol Smith, Get a Grip, Johnny Burnett, Rock and Roll Trio, The Cars, Candy O, Beck Morning Phase, Beck Mutation, some of these is our last copies. Cult Sonic Temple, Adele 19, Black Crow 72, Black Crowes Crowology, and Carole King live at the BBC. Chris Kirkley is going to take that last copy of Mutations. Do we have Live Throwing Copper? Let me see what I got right here. I may have one copy left. I may have one copy. Let's see. White Line, Rush, Tears for Fears. I have no copies left. Yes, I do. I've got one copy left. Keith, it's your lucky day. I think these are still in stock. I'm going to go ahead and just order a crap ton of them because I'm worried that we're going to miss out on them. But Keith, I have one left. They're $36.99 if you want that. Next was Troy Robinson on Carole King. And James Bragg wants all Beck. What happened?
Where'd you do that? Wow.
Oh, right here. He said I'll take. I was just laying it right there. Okay, that's sold to Keith. Carole King, Troy Robinson, James Bragg, all Beck. I like those kind of comments. All Beck. There's one. There's 2. I guess I need to order you the other ones then. There's this Gurlitio. Yeah, I had the other ones last night, and I think I went ahead and ordered more. So those three are some to James Bragg. Let me make sure I got them all. Morning Phase, Hyperspace, and Gurlito. Let's see here. That's all in that crate. Alice Lowry first to Adele. Sherry Darnell, waiting list. Emil and the Sniffers. I do not. That's actually the first time I ever heard of that group. But I can check on that for you. And Kyle Morgan wants Gurlito. Kyle Morgan wants Beck Gurlito. I knew Beck would be hit. The other night I had some used copies. I showed a copy of like Odelay, and 15 people wanted it. And I was like, yep, we don't have any Beck in stock. I need to refresh those. I used to keep them in stock a lot. And then I'm kind of bringing them back this week. So, Iron Maiden, Fear of the Dark. $44.99. Iron Maiden, Fear of the Dark. $44.99. Fear of the Dark, Iron Maiden. You need to get to Emil there. Okay, I'll have to check on that. 2 copies of that. Will you get more of the Carole King and James Taylor? Yes. Do you want on that waiting list as well, Sherry? If so, I will. And earlier I showed a Bush album that I had 3 copies of. Here's a Bush album I only have 1 copy of left. And this is Razor Blade Suitcase. Razor Blade Suitcase, $34.99. Bush Razor Blade Suitcase, $34.99. You asked about it last night. You blew past my question. I am sorry. I try to see everything, but that's hard to do. So that's my last copy of Razor Blade Suitcase. 2 LP of that. Iron Maiden's $44.99. Brent Hall says, Chad, give Sherry Darnell the canned heat and give me a candle box. And whoever asked about this earlier, Brent McKinney, it's candle box self-titled, and that's limited edition silver colored vinyl, $59.99. And Sherry Darnell wants on the wait list for Carole King and James Taylor. Brent says swap out canned heat for Candlebox. And I don't have any Gorillas, no. Croology is stellar. Live and studio version of Luther Dickinson on guitar from North Mississippi All-Stars. Thank you, Scott. Yeah, I actually had kept a copy of this one time, and I never have opened it. I was going to put it on sale one night, and I was like, I better keep that. Gold vinyl, anniversary edition. Seems like something I need to keep. I haven't opened it, though. Brent Hall wants Razor Blade Suitcase. I don't have any level 42. No, I don't think so. I don't think so. Okay, let's... I usually don't pause this early, especially with this many people watching, but let me kind of show you. I've got 3 crates of stuff that I've been pulling auctions out of. I'm going to go through those, including some of the ones that I posted on Facebook today, or one of them I posted on Facebook today. So part 2 is going to be a heavily big event, meaning you want to come back in 30 minutes. We're going to stop right now. I've got more new vinyl to go through, new vintage arrivals, Japanese auctions, and I'll do half-off vintage. I'll at least do 1 crate of half-off vintage, maybe 2 crates. But we'll be back at 10:30, and then we'll be live from 10:30 probably till midnight. If you can't come back, I'm sorry, because you're going to miss out. But if you can, 30 minutes. If you can't, 100%, we're going to be back live again Friday night. Tomorrow is strictly punk and metal. Punk and metal with other stuff. I don't want to say, let me take out the word strictly. We'll have other stuff because we'll be auctioning a lot, and it's just going to be a lot, okay? That's about all I can say. So 30 minutes, we'll be back. David says he'll be in bed. That means you're going to miss out on all the Japanese records. I'm sorry. You're going to miss out. Don't go to bed. You don't have to work tomorrow. All right. Thanks, everybody. We'll be back in 30 minutes. Chad's got to have some